gonna go my way. Middle of the road and we can't do a thing when the vibes start popping out, popping out, popping out. Yeah. Feel it when the sun comes up, even when it rains down. Don't miss the magic. Yeah. So blessed to have it. Oh. Feel it when the sun comes up, even when it rains down. Don't miss the magic. Yeah. So blessed to have it. Yeah.
I just wanna feel free tonight. Yeah. Let it all go. No need to hide. Energy up. We ain't coming down. Everybody wanna. I'll give you mine. Vibes right up. From me where your body wine. Can't get enough. Can you feel it now?
Hey. When it's beating in your soul, yeah. Go ahead and let the world know, yeah.
From night until morning.
Yeah.
Them already know that them want it.
Hey, yeah. See me out, going out. Spread the love and it's gonna be my day.
It's a whole set of gal in the street party.
Now the whole thing popping out, popping out, popping out. Yeah. Feel it when the sun comes up, even when it rains down. Don't miss the magic. So blessed to have it. Yeah. She just wanna have some fun, and I just wanna get down. Don't miss the magic. Yeah. So blessed to have it. So blessed. It's the new calypso.
As she shaking up, she hips so.
It's the new calypso.
As she shaking up, she hips so.
Yeah. See me out, going out. Spread the love and it's gonna be my day. Yeah. We got the magic. Believe in the magic. Believe in the magic. Believe in the magic. Oh, we got the magic. We got the magic. Believe in the magic. What na na na. Yeah. Give me the island breeze, cool them vibes. Coconut jelly, peas and rice. House and land, and we sharp like a knife. Green in abundance, real love around me, yeah. You want to know where we coming from? Say you want come look for me, yeah. If you're willing to have some fun, I could keep you company. Move that way, come girl, blunder right by me. Squeeze that tight, make it trip down there. Neighbor, oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolie, know your mango sweet, so. Jolie, know your mango sweet. So tell me how it ripe and sweet, so. Jolie, know your mango sweet. It's been a while, yeah. Jolie, oh, yeah. Know your mango sweet. Since we built a vibe, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, yo, so let me build it. Girl grind fine like chili, baby. Real things start, I no time for no gimmicks. Good vibes only, keep that around me. Keep that around me, let me build it. Move that waist one time skillfully. Girl, you know you look so fine naturally. Real vibes only, keep that around me. Keep that around watch how the vibes them sweet. Cool and nice, whole thing set up. Peace on my mind, roll that thing and we take flight. Trees in abundance, see it all around me, yeah. So let we jam with the heart and love. All our way is family, yeah. It's all long on the ground, girl. You know that this is the season, baby. See that it? Nothing sweeter, girl, know it. Don't throw stone, girl, I go pick. Neighbor, oh, he ask you kindly. Miss Jolene, Jolene. Tell me how it ripe and sweet, so. Lord, it's been a while, yeah. it. Girl grind fine like chili baby. Real things start, I no time for no gimmicks. Good vibes only, keep that around me. Keep that around me, let me feel it. Move that waist one time skillfully. Girl, I know you look so fine naturally. Real vibes only, keep that around me. Keep that around me. Yeah. Neighbor, neighbor, them vibes, coconut jelly, peas and rice, house and land, I'm sharp like a knife. Trees in abundance, see it all around me, yeah. You want to know where we coming from? Say you have something for me, yeah. The thing up on the ground, girl, you know that this is the season, baby. Miss Jolene, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah. Ten times 10, that's 100%. All that I gave you, all that I have, oh. But you took advantage of that. 10 times 10, that's 100%. All that I gave you, all that I have, oh. But you took advantage of that. I'm soft, I'm kinda sweet. I don't speak about my problems. I keep it to myself and just act like nothing happened. But then you came around and changed the game. Yes, I should've never, ever let you in. 'Cause you just used me for your personal gain. I was too blind to see them signs, yeah, yes. 10 times 10, that's 100%. All that I gave you, all that I have, oh. But you took advantage of that. 10 times 10, that's 100%. All that I gave you, all that I have, oh. But you took advantage of that. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I never gave you less than 100%. I always thought our love would remain permanent. But then you go get somebody else and blame me while you move with them. Oh well, I got a temper, I got some anger issues. And I remember when I asked you to choose, I would've never thought that you would use me the way you did, baby. 10 times 10. 10 times 10, that's 100%. All that I gave you, all that I have, oh, yeah. But you took advantage of that. Why you took advantage of that, yeah. Why you took advantage of that, yes. Why you took advantage of that? Why you took advantage of that, yes. Why you took advantage of that, yeah. Why you took advantage of that? Why you took advantage of me? Was blind, I couldn't see, yeah. The lies you told me, you know what you did, and you took advantage of that. Yes, you know what you did. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Whoa whoa. You know what you did, yeah.
I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night. I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night. Cause sometimes it's boring, and sometimes it's fine. Sometimes I sit all alone in the middle of my room and cry. And sometimes it's normal, but sometimes I'm high. Sometimes I keep all the weight to myself, sometimes I hide. Every time it's lonely, I pray to the Most High. Most times he says, Rasta man, everything's gonna be alright. I'm not looking for love yet, I wouldn't risk my life to stand up and fight for something that's so hard to come by. I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night. I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night. I wanna drive in a Audi, I feel I wanna skydive. But I'm living in Trinidad, can't wait till I touch down at Dubai. I wanna reach for the stars them, I really wish I could fly. But I don't have wings, if I jump off a building I'm gonna die. I wanna come off of the Facebook, but everything's online. It's critical if you wanna make your money all in these times. Mommy don't like how my face look, she said the pressure don't rise. But me I got on the tables and the system and give them a surprise. I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night. I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night.
Let me show you what pattern and style does look like. It's okay to smile, cause I love it when I tough man. I was outside, way smooth like melodies. Long day, boy, you know I got the remedy. We go chill, but this ain't hand on Netflix. Leg twist, I bend it, shift that way. Beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, fun, fun. Good little gal, gun on them for beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, fun. Good little gal, guns on them for anywhere you wanna go. I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, can't see me, you know. Anywhere you wanna go. I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, can't see me, you know. Scream and ball and beg for mercy all time. Empty a pistol, Mr. Soldier. Should I come here ready, but you know now. Yeah. Hey. Beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, fun. Good little gal, guns on them for beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, fun. Good tell gal guns on them for her. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me in no bar. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me in no bar. Steam up to the roof, sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this. Bet you never love good like this. Steam up to the roof, sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this. Yeah. Beat it up like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, guns on them for her. Beat it up like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, guns on them for her. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me in no bar. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me in no bar. Steam up to the roof, sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this. Steam up to the roof, sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you aboard this flight TC1112 to Khayne's world. All carry-on items should now be stored under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. All electronic devices.
I ain't playing. Hello, baby, nice to meet you, by the way. I am a jealous, so you're safe. Yeah. Ooh, I ain't playing, girl. I wanna know your name. Is it Buddha Rings all day? Yeah. Baby, love, this world is wide. So let's take our time. Yeah, they say that love is blind. I'll say that's a smile. And I just wanna get to know you better. I can show you all the things you wanna see. Lady, I just wanna get to know you better. Have a little bit of faith in me. Yeah, move from this place to the edge. Love life and dance in the rain. Yeah, fly all around in the plane. Show me really what's your aim. Yeah, show me what's been on your mind. 'Cause I've got time lately, baby. Show me what's been on your mind. I've been wondering lately. What you wanna be when you move from this element of your life? Tell me what you really into. Do you appreciate life?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we now invite you to
Now that you respond, I can see clearly that my love not going in vain. All I want to show me, my darling, that you'll be here through the pain. Yeah, Bunny swear Yankee and me now. 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 Please afraid to say you love me, love me. Come show me that you love me, love me. Show me that you're with me. Yeah. Please afraid to say you love me, love me. Afraid to say you want me, want me. Show me that you're with me. No need for distance now that you hear me. I'll go the extra mile and I shame. Cause you're my heart, you are my lifeline. We can go forward, focus on name. Hey, yeah. Yankee and me now. Now when you're forward, all your love, please. Yankee and me now. Forward it forward to me. Yankee and me now. I won't play with your heartbeat. That's out the thing for me. Money swear Yankee and me now. Hear me when I say baby. Money swear Yankee and me now. Money swear Yankee and me now. I'm here with you, baby. Money swear Yankee and me now.
Guide my steps, oh Lord. Coming on, say the enemy, them a move.
I get the money, don't worry, brother, you'll be safe. I sell myself for diamonds, but mama, you'll be safe too. I get the money, don't worry, you will be safe. Times like this, all on your drink now. Times like this, all on your feet now. Times like this, nah, nah. Hey.
Boots lace up, time for the chase now. Mama, what all the clubs so we keep the bag safe, yeah. You know the warrior, we watch man the gate, yeah.
Anything move past if you go lick down the med, we no play that. Watch it, one shoes, one socks, we a kill and a split with it always a bill. You dig that? Me and my dad we to chill pon the hill, mama stress with it off, you pay bill. You dig that? We never pray nobody for them thing. We never watch the diamond on the ring. If you come for me and me, I show you the people around, we just come. All I know, P5 food and thumb. If the boy them come when we at the pan drum, you dig? Feels like I've been numb, cause the boy them beat it, decay like steel drum. Cause they beat it again and again and they done. 4-5 green in the head like gun. Lead like rain till a boy lie down. Head back on scene if I'm not back down. Yeah. Times like this, all on your drink now. Times like this, all on your feet now. Times like this,
Tell the blood of them they go be safe now. I will always keep food on the plate, yeah. Keep we head on, we deal with it straight, yeah. Always be there for ya. All on money, don't pay for that. Cause from small, it is free, don't pray for that. Not gonna lose, cause the thing not set for that. So we gaze up, got the streets locked. Not on badness, but the youth them not take shot. Look down from the plane, mama watch that. Da.
I might be my brother's keeper. Thank God my part of mine, please Jah. I have been fighting to keep my heart clean. Everything in time and on your due season. Hey, holy faith me no weaken. Cause I've been tempting the boy with no reason. No matter how the rough times seem. Everything in time and on the due season. Hey. Times like this, all on your drink now. Times like this, all on your feet now. Times like this, hey. Times like this, all on your strength now. Times like this, all on your faith now. Times like this, hey. Let them pass them and grab them again, don't For me.
Good night. All right, so I want to take one little moment of silence for everybody to just bow their head. You understand? And give reverence to the people who pass. You understand? Rest in peace, Shawna Marie Fuentes. Rest in peace, Guti, Kaylon, Auntie Judy, Mama Fitz, everybody. If you have a mother, father, brother, sister, Tanti, Pupa, and then who pass, just bow your head for 2 minutes, please, love. I need my money in cash now. I have no time for no fake energy. If you not see me this year, watch no face, I on life and long liberty, my G. I bout the pesos and the greens. I have no time for enemy. No trouble me, me no trouble you. If you want to catch this flight, come take a seat, yeah. Well, let's sing this, man. Before I sing, I'm going to sing tonight. I ain't singing by myself, it ain't? Yeah. So let's sing. Yeah. I need my money in cash now. I no time for no fake energy. If you not see me this year, watch up face, I had life and long liberty, my G. I got the pesos and the greens. I have no time for enemy. Don't trouble me, me no trouble ya. If you want catch this flight, then come take a seat, yeah. Too much real ones dropping down now. I can't see my left hand from my right. Time for me to make a change, cause if I don't do this shit now, when I gon' try, I ain't got too much time on my hand to be envying you and then trying to leave. Cause if I don't get to this bag, I might lose ya, cause I can't take ya. We fight, we strive, yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, become, get up. If I don't know this, I want to say this word to me, please. Yeah, prestige shows all oh, yeah. Oh, na, 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 na. Hey, hey. Oh, yeah, na, na, na. I need to sing again, please. Right? Yeah. So I need my money in cash now. I no time for no fake energy. If you not see me this year, watch no face, I had life and long liberty, my G. I bought the pesos and the greens. Have no time for enemy. Don't trouble me, me no trouble ya. If you want catch this flight, then come take a seat, yeah. Too much real ones dropping down now. I can't see my left hand from my right. Time for me to make a change, cause if I don't do this shit now, when I gon' try, I ain't got too much time on my hand to be envying you and then trying to leave. Cause if I don't get to this bag, I might lose ya, cause I can't take ya. We fight, we strive, yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, become, get up, your dog, your ex-brother. Big up you now. Running that diesel, running that diesel, running that diesel. Da 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 da.
Yo, Brooklyn on
Yeah, press me, press me. Boy. But I would never try to lean your frame. Yeah. You press me, test me. Yeah. But when I'm fucking you, will be calling my last name. The cocky just a jumping and she pussy like jump. Well, that's nasty. Well, that's nasty. Best me. But I will never trade in your frame. Yeah, it test me. But while I'm fucking you, will be calling my last name. Yeah. The cocky just a jumping and she pussy like jump. And up and the way me eat your little bun. Swear with the play, though the way we have fun. Keep doing this to me and I might be your husband. Break up your whole self, man. The way you go funny, body, melanin, puffy pussy like ocean. Break up your whole self, man. The way you boom, body, melanin, puffy pussy like ocean. I'm Mr. Ring the alarm. My baby body is calling. Ring the alarm. She wanna give me something till morning. Don't know what girl you went to me. Running back to you. The way you keep making me feel. I will never go so guys, never get another make me feel so before. She never test me, I'm still. Pass me, sing it. People left. But I will never trade all in your free. Yes, I. Yeah. It touched me. But while I'm fucking you, will be calling my last name. The cocky just a jumping and she pussy like jump. And up over the way we eat your little bun. Swear with the play, though the way we have fun. You're doing this to me and I might be your husband. The way you boom on your body, melanin, poppy pussy like ocean. Beg up your whole self, my lover. The way you boom on your body, melanin, poppy pussy like ocean. I was to ring the alarm, my baby body is calling. Say, ring the alarm, she wanna give me something till morning. Don't know what girl you are to me. Running back to you. The way you keep making me feel. I will never
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
One thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it, so you have to get up and get it. Get a youth them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System mother so they set it, so you have to get up and get it. Get a youth them a dream. Everybody want more money, but enough of them not gonna work hard for it. Me a talk about star money. House and land and car money. Them just a look up for your pocket for the bar money. When you a look another wrongs, them a take off running. Them wish them coulda take the little me have half of me. Can't stop me cause them never really seen the start of me. The part of me, inside of the heart of me. The spark in me, to be what I want to be. Pain and sufferation a part of me. A masterpiece cause it's all hard to me. You see me Yankee keep the haters off of me. And we not roll marijuana and a quarter leaf. Now sell my soul, not the money, not the world that a boy coulda offer me. One thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System mother so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream. On and on, Babylon you better keep your distance. Talk a lot of things and now we never respond. Some a little get a youth me never get what me want. Now me a perform. Thank God me a weather this time. No matter the journey, me a walk the distance. So we keep on learning everything that we can. Kelly Village, keep your hand up. Not for them in the system can stand us. That's why them office we sit down in a slammer. Rastafari not deal up with the drama. We'll be alright, got to live to see tomorrow. Some of them not have no blood in them bone marrow. Beg them a beg and them a borrow, them a borrow. Friend are your friend until the weed run out. Pretend until the thing done out. Everybody want more money. One of them not go work hard for it. Me a talk about star money. House and land and car money. Them just a look up for your pocket for the bar money. When you a look another wrongs, them a take off running. Them wish them coulda take the little me have half of me. Can't stop me cause them never really seen the start of me. One thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System mother so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream. Get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System mother so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them a dream.
All right. Welcome to Island Girl Talk, peeps. It's your girls. I'm Krystal, Khayne.
Trinidad, Shawna.
Neicy. And of course, we are here. It's what episode this is?
I think.
All you feel it? All you realize what's going on today?
A little 40.
A little 40. A little 40. It's our 40th episode of Island Girl Talk.
Cutie confetti.
All right, and you all know what that means. It's giveaway time. Yep. I'm not hearing myself, Navy. Right? So let me see what's going on here. Yes, so people hearing us. Yes, we can hear ourselves now, all you. Yes, big up Navy in the house. We have a new tech guy today.
Yes.
Boop, boop, boop. You do the best, huh, Daves? Yes, you all will know Navy from another program here on O.U.R radio called TTNL, True Talk No Lie. Right? They keep you up to date with everything going on. Yeah? And guys, like we said, it's a special day today. We've been looking forward to this day. I can't believe it. I can't believe we like it's been 40 episodes already. It's cray.
Just like yesterday.
It's cray. I know.
When you're having fun.
Just yesterday we were talking about love languages and the Tinder swindler.
No, boy,
you remember that?
Wow, yes.
Wow.
I actually remember those quite well.
Yeah. My goodness, we were green too. We grew real fast, in space of 8 months. My goodness, 40th episode. So guys,
veterans in this now.
Pros
Don't
boy.
kill me here.
So guys, we want to have a giveaway today, and we want to show you all right away what we have for you all. Right? We have a little hamper here full of Caribbean, right? Not to mention a little sample,
some merch,
which is
merch.
Yes, from the
let me see the swag there.
So we have this bag and that beautiful fish hat Shawna wearing a little
and put it on properly.
Nah,
Shawna not having it.
A bag full of Caribbean, plus we have a little sample of Eagle Ray seltzer.
Yes. Yes. New
right?
product.
From the Carib Brewery family as well, right? It's in the bag. So you all know what you all have to do. If you all were looking at our Instagram, you would see how to enter to win. What you have to do is follow Island Girl Talk, like the post, add 3 friends or tag 3 friends, and then tune in and call to give your 2 cents today on today's topic
of the day.
That's right. That's all you have to do. We're making it real easy for you. You don't have to do nothing strenuous.
Yep.
So if you know that you have entered on Instagram, listen to what we're talking about today and just call in and give you a little 2 cents. And with that, our number is 466-4OUR. That's 466-4687, right? 466-4687. So you all know what to do if you all want to win the hamper. And we're giving away not 1, but 2 hampers today, right? So do your things. Do your things, all right? Ooh, yeah, people messaging already, boy. They start already, boy. So let's get right into it, y'all. Right? It's a little too late to ask how we week was going. We'll talk about that later.
We week was weekend.
Right? We week was weekend.
And I'm feeling 100% well, but we're making it work today.
Only Shawna.
I ready to dive
Shawna
into
have
this
it to do
topic.
today.
I'm ready to dive into this topic because the chat's lit right now.
You understand?
Well, let's go.
So the topic of the day, what we're talking about today is, are you a woman with masculine energy? Energy. Energy.
If only you see my phone. The
Listen,
amount of woman, my phone just like, it's on vibrate.
Right?
That is me. I need to listen today. That's me.
Now listen out, yeah. So much women I don't like this, myself included. You ever had a man or your boyfriend tell you shouldn't be a woman, you should be a man?
Oh God,
yes,
no.
I get that.
I get the opposite.
More than one.
I didn't get on
You're
one,
too
but
sensitive. You're too, yeah.
What? Wait, what did I tell my boy? You should be dating women, not
oh my gosh, no.
Me who like man so much.
But how they would tell you that?
Because
Chris
apparently
know why. Chris know why to tell her that. Chris know why.
I know, but still, why would you tell somebody something so bad? Oh
Well,
God.
clearly that shows that they didn't give a shit because they're too manly.
Exactly. She could take it. She could take it.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of low-key liked it. You know what I mean? I guess I know I was supposed to feel bad and maybe it was like a little sting, but then I was like, yeah, bitch, you just not strong enough for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there are a lot of women out there with masculine energy, and we just want to differentiate what we mean. We don't mean women who necessarily look like men. We're not talking about physical attributes here today. We're talking about personality traits, you know, character traits and that kind of thing, how you behave, how you certain things that you do in society and that kind of thing that might be likened on to
Man.
acting that manly or masculine behavioral patterns. Yes, right. So like I was saying, a lot of women that show masculine energy typically come across as people, well, you know, people like to judge. Society likes to judge. They'll be like, oh, yeah, she's too competitive, she's too aggressive, she's too dominating, she's a bitch. You know, that's a common one. You know what I'm saying? She's bossy, all that jazz. But when typically...
She's not emotionally expressive.
Yes, emotionally detached and all of that. When they really want to say, when they really should say, she's typically independent and goal-oriented and has directive and that kind of thing, you know. But I mean, every territory comes with its fair share of pros and cons.
Yes,
so we're gonna go through that today, right now. I just want to touch on something as well. Like most women, while typically most women tend to lean on the feminine side, right? And most men tend to be masculine. There are some women who may lean to the masculine and some men who may lean to the feminine. Let me explain. Even in kids, you would see that. Early on, you might see the little boy who rough and tumble, playing football and like to wrestle all the time, you know, and be like He-Man or whatever it is. Until you hear me, He-Man, I'm giving away my age. Right? And be like, da-da-da, I'm a superhero, that kind of thing. And then you have the other boy who likes to read or is a little more quiet or introspective, more introverted and that kind of thing.
And this has nothing to do with your gender preference.
It has, exactly. Good point, Sean. Masculinity and femininity according to science, has nothing to do with gender. It doesn't have to do with your actual genitalia. You know what I mean? It has to do more or less with, just your behavioral patterns and stuff. Usually, it's determined in the womb as well.
Yes.
When whether you're going to be masculine or feminine.
Hormones you would have gotten.
XY hormones, XX hormones, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because I've seen like even women who, because of hormonal imbalance, would grow facial hair. And
all of that. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then as Chris said, it will also determine your characteristics too. Because even myself, I was always tomboyish as a child.
Me too.
Yeah.
Climbing
but that's
trees.
why I said let's not mistake that with gender preferences, because
Exactly.
because they automatically assume that I'm a tomboy. Some people might be like, well, she like girls or she's a butch, and that's not necessarily
and that's
the
not
case.
what we're talking about today.
No.
So y'all don't come with that energy today.
Yeah.
We are just talking about masculinity
amongst women.
In women. And another point I have to make. We're talking about masculinity in straight women.
Yeah.
Right? We are not talking about gay, bi, trans. That's not what today's topic is about. We ain't touching that.
We're just talking to straight women who recognize that
that they have some masculine traits.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, please, and thanks. We ain't going there. Right? So, guys, let's get into it now. So, what we did was we put together some signs, some things you can look out for to see if it resonates with you, to see if you can tell if you're a masculine woman, if you're getting all that masculine energy. If you're like me, you're looking a little feminine and stuff, and people have this preconceived notions about you, and then when they talk to you, it's like, damn boy, they just don't know how to take it.
And that is the thing. That is the thing, because it has the you could look feminine and still have that masculinity about you.
Definitely.
Before we start, y'all ever had to deal with that? Like anybody? I mean, Neicy, you so soft. Look at your little floral patterns.
Why?
Your little flowery thing.
Actually, although I consider myself to be very feminine, I've had to deal with that in terms of relationship dynamics. I won't get into it too specifically, but like being who I am in terms of like the career side, very driven, independent and stuff, I didn't know how to switch that off when you come into the dating space. So you would come across there and be that, well, I don't need help with this, so so I have gotten that in relationships to some extent, because I'm accustomed to doing everything for myself. You don't give people that space to come in and do. You understand? And if a man feel like he can't do, it makes him not feel like a man. So
that's actually one of the points. What about you, Sean? I know you was gonna.
I do, but for example, I would get the same thing with you at first. They would say, you're so like all my coworkers, you're so pleasant, and everybody finds I'm so pleasant, I'm so friendly.
She is pleasant.
They say that, but one of my other coworkers, I just happen to rock.
Angel. She's an angel. She's pleasant.
One of my other coworkers, I happen to rock with her more, right?
Yes.
So we had those kind of on conversations, and her husband happened to be a Capricorn. I said, what? He's like, I'm a boy. So when she actually, I don't even know him personally, but like when she tells me stories, I was like, I could like relate to that. And then and she's like, serious? I didn't think you were like that. And so she would more see that side of me. So the other day she was actually telling my coworkers. One day I was like, she's so pleasant. I said, yes, but I'm rough too. Hear them, you rough? Hear the teacher, yes, you're rough.
Yes. Very rough.
I used to see Shawna around, and I find like she was so cute and girly. The look now.
Me too.
And then
I get
Jordan
too.
Island girl talk, be like, Shawna, no. She's a very, like, she's a nice person. I'm not taking away from that aspect. Like, I don't make it sound like Shawna bad. She's a nice person, but I was expecting you to be like girlier than me. And no.
I get catch to her. Look, my sister. I see her like that, right? Because I know her since long time. But boy, she's a little toughie. She's a toughie. But I'm mad at it.
My close friends tell me that all the time. Gosh, she rough. She's a gangster. Go, you go be tweet.
I would never know that from just seeing you around. But
Chris, so too.
Oh gosh.
Gosh.
All right.
Chris is our next level. Our next level.
I'm skillful with it. I just take it.
We stopped there, right? Okay. But before we continue I want to make sure to let you all know that there's really nothing wrong with being a straight woman with masculine energy, What I do think that the problem might be, though, is if you're a straight woman with masculine energy, but expecting to be treated like a feminine woman. You know, because remember, and that we could touch on that briefly too.
Of
like
course.
men, like most men typically like their women to be really feminine. That's why I tell earlier, me in a relationship really like with the right person, they wouldn't recognize me, right? But I'm just saying,
You wouldn't be out here representing.
Nah. But yes, it would be problematic if you're expecting that to be treated with that feminine energy back and that softness, you know, the way a man would treat a soft, ultra feminine woman. So you might have some issues there. And lastly, let's not confuse this with being an alpha female, right? And I know we don't like to say female on this show, but we really describing what kind of female it is, so the context is okay. We don't confuse it with being an alpha female, which is different. An alpha female woman is driven, she's powerful, all these things with masculine energy, but knows when to be soft when necessary, especially in her relationship. So kind of like a Sigma personality, kind of, you know what I mean? In a sense.
So back with the point that you made just now when you said it's problematic. Yes, I would like to agree with that too, because a lot of women, you know, we have kind of unrealistic expectations. You know, that's the best way to put it. So you can't want to project yourself a particular way, but then be upset about the result of what you are doing.
Well said, Sean. Well said.
I mean, if you are comfortable in your skin, we ain't here to judge. We're just, you know, making it known. But be aware that what you put in is what you get out.
And being somebody who had to like learn that hands-on in terms of like, why am I not getting this particular result when it comes to relationship, and having to do that internal assessment and realize, I'm like bringing
I'm
that,
the problem.
You know?
That reminded me of y'all ever saw Key and Peele? Oh, right.
I'm the a-hole. When I intentionally tested in terms of like, I was like, it has some truth to it. So because I love my independence, I love that aspect of me. I love my career focus and that dynamic, but that is not who somebody, when you go to like the dating part of it, he's not connecting with you. He might like those attributes about you, but he don't want to date that version
alone.
of you. You understand?
Alone. Let's say alone, because there are men who like I don't know if it's just me, but most of the guys I around, they love strong women. Like, Chris, if you come around, my friends will be like, oh, who's that? Like, you think you're scaring guys? No. Like, my friends will be like, give me, you know? So there are guys who absolutely attracted to that challenge and that kind of independent vibe. But like me said, but the problem you have to be able to tone it down or balance it.
But when you said that, this took me back to a conversation I had with a friend recently, and he's a man. So this is not my opinion. Never put my disclaimer. Most of the times when men love that type of woman is because they enter their feminine and the roles switch, so they want to be taken care of. They want
necessarily.
to do
not
I
necessarily.
can see it. I mean, opposites attract, right? So I like sensitive guys. I like guys in touch with their feelings. I
so
do
it
like
switches.
because I am a lot, and my personality can be overpowering. So when I get somebody who just chill and laid back but strong, but also strong enough mentally and emotionally to let me take, so he really taking the lead, you know, but he's taking the lead by allowing me to, and when he needs to step up, he'll step up. Love a man like that.
My dad is definitely
it takes a different kind of strength to do that, because some men, the ego would cancel all of that.
I just want to take a moment to big up my dad. Big up you, because that's you, boy.
Hey, big up my father too, you know. 2 pieces of that pod, you know. You know what I'm saying?
My dad, you know, he does what he needs to. He does what he needs to do as a man. You know, he provides, he get things done. But like, if the woman wants to, I want to do cool. What you need? You need help with this. He will always just chill and just be the person of reason and peace. And he's
what she said.
Sure.
I like that.
Yes,
he's that guy for sure.
Strong men with a quiet power. Yes, in a sense. Yeah. Big up with daddies, but big up with daddies. You know what I'm saying? But there was something I was gonna say just now when it came to the whole you said something. What did Neicy say about opposite attracts and
She was saying
maybe
that
they want
probably
someone
have
to be
more
taken
feminine.
care of.
Yeah, they
but
have more
I was
feminine
thinking too, what if they're into strong women like your friends? What if they're into strong, independent, not controlling, but women who take charge, right? Only because they see it as a challenge.
That's why.
But when they realize that they cannot break that horse, that is when problems start.
It's possible.
Because they see it, it's been my experience. You know, they see it as, okay, wow, she's a doozy. Let me see if I could take that down.
Yeah.
When they realize they cannot break the spirit that I have or the will that I have, and it's just not going to change, then it becomes problematic. That is why I've had people in the past tell me, you should be a man. You're not supposed to be dating men. You should be a lesbian dating women. And I'm like, bro, please. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can't handle me. Yeah. So I get it. I am definitely one of those women with masculine energy. And
but like you said, you don't think you would consider yourself the alpha because you know when to, or not
do
really?
think I'm more of an alpha, but more of a sigma personality too, because like I said, I can, with the right person who I respect in a romantic relationship, I can be extremely soft, but
you see that word never know. You see that word you just used there is like the major key, respect.
Yes.
If a woman does, I always say, if a woman does not respect you, you're not gonna get that from her. You're not gonna get submissive. You're not gonna get respect in return. She's gonna bully you. She's gonna walk over you, take advantage of you. That's why so many men they say they're left in the friend zone all the time. Yeah, because these women just treating them up type of way, but that's because she does not respect.
Yeah. You know how some men say about women, like they want the woman to be their peace, and I get that. Yeah. But also on the woman's side, when she's with the right person, she won't feel the need to be hard. Yeah. You know, because when a woman is with a man that makes her feel protected and safe, she automatically, like it's like autopilot. She goes into that feminine vibe that she could just fall into it because that man is causing her to go like, he's got this. I want to be in control.
I want to give a different lens to that because in a perfect world, well, not even perfect. That's in a world where people are self-aware. You will think, yes, in the right situation, in the right circumstance. I've seen people sabotage the right circumstance because it's so unfamiliar. Yeah. You with a guy who's treating you well.
Good point.
You know this function, so this doesn't feel safe because it's different from what I deem.
I've done that.
You
so I
understand?
can
Why
attest
are you being
to that.
nice? And this person doing everything to give you that security.
Not why they being nice. Like I like nice treatment, but with regard to what you say, like it's going too well.
Yeah, too good
it's
to be true.
It's getting too serious. When you start talking about house hunting, I look into bounds.
but that's what I'm saying. So just wanted to put
it scared me. I was
just
scared.
wanted to put that side out of outside there because
issue.
you could have that in you and it could be so embedded that even if the right situation or something healthy comes around, you don't recognize it because all you know is dysfunction. You may have seen your mom be strong and masculine, and you admire certain things about her that she was able to get it done. So you take on that and you say, okay, well, I'm following like mommy, but you didn't see mommy struggle in terms of mommy being a single parent who had to do it by herself. In the sense of that's probably the reason why she had to be so strong. Maybe if she was there with somebody who was helping, she could have stepped into her femininity. So also be mindful of why you are the way that you are and what contributed to that. And if you want to change that cycle within yourself, because most people don't decide to be masculine, it's given to them, right?
Exactly.
Most times, everything I was watching on something recently where the lady expressed that every single thing that we are is learned, right? I believe she was giving like a testimony about speaking life, right? And how your words are so powerful. She used bullies as an example. How come when you bully somebody, the person, the victim, end up becoming a bully, right? How come?
Really?
Yeah, a lot of times the victims that are raped end up having plenty sexual partners. People that are bullied sometimes become bullies themselves. So it's like a never-ending cycle. So she said our words are extremely powerful. Y'all wanted to say something?
No.
Okay. So she said our words are extremely powerful. So I believe that we grow up here and our mom say do this or do that, and and we grow up seeing things, we become a product of our environment. So again, this is not a choice, but most times we actually our belief system, you know, our experiences. It's just what we see.
Well said, Shawna. Well
I
said.
find too, like, you might have a point, because I, as somebody who had been bullied as a child, both emotionally and physically by other kids, I kind of have a trigger, so that when I am a bully of bullies. So when I see somebody advantaging someone else, I go after that bully relentlessly. And the things I would say, right? None of cuss and carry on, you know, but I could
You'll
say,
hurt your feelings.
I could say some things to make somebody want to go man slit the wrist. Like, it could
Why
be
you
that
like this
bad.
phrase, Chris?
It could be that bad. What I hate to see is advantage. I don't like to see stronger people taking advantage of weaker people. So when I see it, it triggers me, because it takes me back to when I was there, and I go hard. I go for the juggler. I hate bullies. So I guess I don't know if to feel proud or of it or not, but I will admit that I am a bully of bullies. You know, and with that, when we come back, we're going to take a little break now, but when we come back
to dive into the
we
meat
will
of the
dive
things.
into the meat of it, like Neicy said, and tell you all some of these signs. And what we did too is we kind of categorized it into certain circumstances so you could better relate it, right? But we'll be right back after these messages. All right, go quick.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Tell them problems I'm having that I'm good. Ain't nobody holding grudges, now we good. Love is lovely, it's all good in the hood. So I'm just like, whoa, straight up, baby. There ain't no way I'm gonna fight this feeling. So I'm just like, whoa, straight up, baby. There ain't no way I'm gonna fight this feeling. Now let me see ya. Na 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 na. Let me see ya. Na 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 na. Let me see ya. Na 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 na. Let me see ya. Na 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 na. You need to wake up. All the love inside your heart that you've been hiding. Nothing could break us. We only grow stronger united. Now I gotta mix it all up in one cup. Tell them problems I'm having that I'm good. Ain't nobody holding grudges, now we good. Love is lovely, it's all good in the hood. So I'm just like, whoa, straight up, baby. There ain't no way I'm gonna fight this feeling. So I'm just like, whoa, straight up, baby. There ain't no way I'm gonna fight this feeling. There ain't no way I'm gonna fight this feeling. There ain't no way I'm gonna fight this feeling. Now let me see ya. Na 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 na. Let me see ya. Na 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 na. Let me see ya. Na 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 na. Let me see ya. Na 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 na.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Little bits, boy. Little bits in the house. But here now, our girl wanted to join the conversation early. So we brought her in early, not just for the spotlight segment. We like that energy. We like that energy. So Bitsy comes in. She wants to talk and join the conversation and give her a little 2 cents into what's happening. But before we get into it, we have a couple things to do. We want to remind y'all that today is our 40th episode and we have a giveaway for y'all sponsored by Caribe. Put our camera back on me there, Naves. Right? We are winning a bag full of Caribe. Not to mention,
you're gonna merch,
right? And merch. You're always seeing Shawna and she hats, right? Not to mention a little sample of what it's called Eagle Ray Hard Seltzer, right? Eagle Ray Hard Seltzer, boy. So all you have to do is call in. We told y'all on our Instagram that you just have to follow Island Girl Talk, tag 3 friends, and call into the show and give you 2 cents about today's topic. That's it.
Okay.
And you win a hamper. We're giving away not 1 but 2. Two. Right? So we're ready for your calls. Make sure and call in. Before now, let's just turn over to the chat room a little bit. We can't really ignore our people. So we have Fire Wolfman in the house saying blessings, ladies, and everyone tuned in. He said this topic today, boy, and then he put a zipper over his mouth.
No, zip nothing.
We're zipping. We have Marv Monty saying blessings to all tuned in and in attendance. Blessings to you too, Marv. Then we have Candice Skeet, and she says, hey ladies, big up all of you. We have Marv saying again, my ex miss stiletto heels for everything, right? Oh, his ex was dropping. His ex was stiletto heels for everything but sports, and was quick to jump on the roof to clean gutters or swing cutlass in the yard. Oh my God, TMI.
Song and like good vibes.
We have Tanisha Cyrus in the house. Hi, Tanisha.
Hi, Sissy.
She said, yes, ladies, great topic. Finding the balance is most important. Know when to put on the heels and know when to put on the running shoes. Balance is key. Switch it up at times. All right. We see it, Tanisha. We have King Stoney in the house. Is he new?
No, I heard that name earlier.
Yeah? He says, need to define masculine and feminine energy to make sense in this topic. We can do that for you. Then we did that in the overview though.
Said that before we went through.
Marv Monty says she was the eldest of 5 kids, so she had to be the son when her childhood home was being built. Okay. We have this Dacian or Deshawn Dyer saying Miss Nikki in the house here. Okay.
Hi,
all right. She said agreed 100% with Tanisha Cyrus. You got to know when to tone it down. Nice. And then Marv Muncie lastly says, hey, look, bits in the house, like all right, so guys, for those who missed our overview, we're talking about women, straight women with masculine energy. Not to be confused with the alpha female and not to be confused with the sigma type personality. We're talking about women who are considered aggressive or likes to take control freaks, or all the typical dominant traits of a man, but in a straight woman, right? Okay. Not a lot of people like that. I can see the pros and the cons. We don't see anything really wrong with it, but it might become problematic if that woman is looking to be treated more feminine by her man. It could be a problem because a man is not going to treat you like you're soft and ultra feminine if you're getting on like him.
Exactly.
Yes,
so take what you get.
So we want to talk about that.
Don't be afraid to call a knocker, You're probably hearing us on the panel saying, we have some masculine traits. And
Yeah.
All right, Neicy. I'm just, general conversation. Neicy, pull out herself. Right, but you probably hear us on the panel saying certain things and you're probably a little shy to call in. Don't be afraid to knock us. We're fine. We're all about growth and we talking the talk. So
absolutely.
Call and talk your mind and we are fine with it. No offense taken.
And just like the comments
that
said.
is a sign that you're masculine. Because feminine women take offense.
Oh, whoosh. Neicy, you're too soft. You're too soft. And just to recap what we said, the differentiation between masculine and feminine energy, right, is usually defined in the womb based on what hormones you're exposed to. It's not based on your genitalia or what gender you are physically. Yeah. It is ascertained in the womb, the XX chromosomes, the XY chromosomes, that kind of thing, what you're exposed to, right?
Repeat that.
So if you're like XX, you're woman. Once you have a Y in there, you're masculine, right? That's how it goes. We should have break it down for them a little more, but we didn't want to get too sciencey on all here. Was
but
that
that's one aspect of it.
But that's not going to say because sometimes
culture,
it's
you bring
nature versus nurture. So
So it's a bit of both.
You had me wanting to call mommy and Coral.
No, it's a bit of both because I have like some male friends. Okay, well, I have one particular male friend. He grew up amongst a home of 7 of them, right? And they are, I don't want to use the word ghetto, but they're rough, right? They're all rough. They grew up hard, like galvanized house, and they are all go-getters and stuff, though. They work hard and stuff. But one in particular was in drugs, one in particular was in crime, rough family. And that one particular friend of mine is delicate rose. He is a delicate rose. And I cannot say that's a product of his environment because his environment was definitely not a delicate rose. You know what I mean? So exactly. I can see in that instance the science taken part, where there's a possibility that, he probably got a little more of the feminine hormones. But yes, to what you said, Neicy, because a lot of our culture, a lot of our bringing, a lot of what we see will obviously contribute to who we are, our religion and all that as well.
But that nature versus nurture can contribute to it. But really, the hormones exposed to you in the prenatally in the womb is what sets the baseline for whether or not you're masculine or feminine. It comes down to the science of it.
So you think the science of it is more overpowering?
I think so. You just basically explained it. I think the science is what it comes down to and what you're exposed to, because like Shawna said, you could be in a household full of masculine men and use the one boy that turned out gaily out of all your brothers. It comes down to that. I also know somebody who I know two people.
Personally, it's a combination of the both. Because I can see the way you brought up, your religion, your spiritual beliefs. A lot of things actually shape in you.
I know 2 people. Lord, please don't let me watching this. Chances are they won't be. But it came down to that. Like the parents had a choice, right? Whether or not they could go a certain way because they had a certain level of. Anyway, let me not go there. And quite frankly, this person is a guy, and he's a kind of emotional and really looks very manly, but and then when it comes down to it, they were exposed to more of the female hormone in the womb, but. More on that at a later date. It shouldn't confuse you. The science is what sets the baseline, based on the research we've done, right? That's what sets the baseline, and then comes nature versus nurture with what you're exposed to and all of that. But really and truly, how do you explain growing up in a rough and tumble house, right? Like football, this, that, the other, hiking, all the manly things, and use the boy that like makeup? You understand? Where the nurture in that? Nobody teach you just know. So that's why it comes down in many cases to the science. But hopefully we'll see. What say you guys in the chat room? Let us know.
This is a very interesting.
Yeah, it is. I see Dennis Tay sent a message to the O.U.R phone. Dennis, talk to us, call in, right? Especially if you want to win the hamper, then make sure you follow Island Girl Talk, tag 3 people, and then call.
Let me hear what Bitsy had to say about this.
Bitsy, how you feel about it? Well, we don't want to make it too hard for Bitsy. We want to go into the points and then ask her if she agrees. But what do you think overall about straight women like yourself, right? But if you have a little bit of masculine energy in there, how do you think that augurs for them?
like for me, I would say I have a bit of masculine energy because my mom was a single mother.
Right.
So I felt as if she needed.
We are getting a call.
Wow.
Betsy, the excitement. Yes. All right, let me put you on the roadcaster. Can you hear us? Tay in the
I'm
house.
hearing you. Yeah.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
How y'all
Tay.
going?
Welcome to the show. Say hi to Bitsy.
Thanks.
Little Bits in the house.
Hey, babe.
Hi, how are
A
you?
little bit. You still call yourself a little bit?
Yes, I do.
Oh gosh, let me look.
She's
Yeah.
too tiny. And
Yeah, that's something for off the air. Please message me. Take this number immediately. Anyhow, serious thing. Big fan a little bit from day one.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
something
Always
else,
wanna,
I
yeah.
realize.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you know
All
it's
kicks
time,
aside
I
though. No girl, never, you know.
say. My.
Since we're talking about strong women in your life, female role models, my mother always told me, if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Okay.
So yeah, just be brave enough. If you want it, go hard.
Go hard.
But ask, you know what I mean?
Indeed.
But you know, a lot of women have this concept that you know, the whole idea of the boss being that is attractive, and no, that's the most unattractive thing you could
Tell us
ever
why.
find.
Why is being a
Because
bitch unattractive?
why would a man want that?
I don't understand.
You're competing every day. The kind of guys who's going to get that are going to establish a client relationship with you.
Right. Okay.
Right? You're going to be taking care of them on some level or the other. You're fulfilling either some kind of fetish emasculation role to them, or they're not competing with you, so they're in that B role. They're in your they're photobombing your life.
Why are you using the term competing?
Yeah. Why is it automatically a competition if a man is dealing with a strong woman? I don't understand, because I know many successful relationships.
Boss bitches specific to that type.
Okay, as
you know, they go on Instagram.
Okay.
They go on Instagram and they're showing off all the work that they're doing and how much money they're making, and you had to step up here and you had to reach it. You know, so that.
Yeah.
But
I don't even want
that.
that.
Are attracted to a woman that can handle herself, is independent, and
I think he's not referring to those, though. I think he's more speaking in the context of ego. So when he says the word boss,
let me talk my business for a while.
You want to talk his business?
Let me talk my.
Well, I want to.
Let me talk my business. Let me talk my business for a while, right? I got retrenched December 5th, 2016. I'd been working at Guardian for 8 years. Before that, I'd been doing my own thing, branding, design, marketing consultancy. I left Guardian in 2004, doing more or less the same stuff that I would have been doing back in 2008 to 2016. You would have known me, Chris, at the Vox days. So, I was always the man. I was always a very strong leader in the newsroom. So, and I always had money. So December 5th, 2016, the rug was pulled out from under me. A lot of details there, but let's just say the shop steward from the union sat right next to me. And he gave me absolutely no idea that my name was one of the top 5 to get with Road Boss first.
Wow.
I have not gotten a permanent job in media, mainstream media, since then. So I've had freelance jobs, this, that, the other, whatever. So it's been a bit of a struggle, right? At the same time, too, the carnival after that, my house burnt down.
Wow.
Flat.
What, Dennis?
And what was left of the house burned down the September after. Flatter.
What
right?
kind of Jumbie thing?
Bond.
Right?
No. Jumbies. Listen, my God is infinite.
Yes.
They ain't have no Jumbie that could stand up to Jaja. Straight up, right? So I just leave that.
Good.
But here's what. At the same time, the person that I'm involved with right now, Renee, she got pregnant. We had some very difficult conversations about it because here I was, 40s, baby. What are you talking about? By the time that child reached to graduate primary school, I earn pension. These kinds of conversations in your mind, you're thinking, no. But here I am basically homeless, right? And she's like, yeah, come live up the road. And I've been there ever since. I've been here, right? Standing up right now, watching my backyard. Here at the apartment that Rennie pays for. Driving a car that Rennie owns. I don't fix it. If I put gas on it, give me back money. Right? Rennie went to Grenada for 7 weeks. So I was daddy daycare, dropping kids off to son off to school and all this kind of thing. And one of the days, the car wasn't working. So I take taxi. So we are up in the Santa Cruz Alps, up in the mountains. So I had to walk down the hill. The walk down the hill is like 17, 20 minutes. Then I had to get a taxi. Then I had to go in crazy. Then I had to get a maxi. Then I had to go and walk up here. So I was like, babes, I'm not doing this again. But right throughout the whole thing, Rennie makes more money than me. But she's not making more money than I was making when I was working. Right? So it's a weird kind of thing. Is Rennie a boss bitch? No. If I say, hey, Rennie, that is a really bad decision, don't buy that. If Rennie spending her own money, but what do we have? We have a family here. You understand? Am I going to tell Rennie how to spend her own money? No. But if you're making a decision for our family, whether you're the breadwinner or not, whether I am the breadwinner or not, we have to make family decisions. But there's a type of woman that feels because she is making her own money,
she has all the say.
She has say for that money. Like that money separate from my money.
So that's
all
your
that is inbirth money.
This is you not giving us your definition of boss B.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So, what is your
No, my
definition
point
of
is-
boss bitch? Because that's not necessarily
These women are unlovable.
Generally,
Right.
These women are unlovable, right? These boss bitch prototypes. You see them, they're the life coaches. They have big mansion and they ill treat them, talking down to the people around
I don't
them.
understand. I don't agree with
From
what you're
her?
saying, because I know too many men that are with women exactly like what you just described, and
Happily?
they love off on these women happily.
Happily?
But you
yes,
are with
my
one.
friend.
You are with one.
You
Your
are
woman
currently
is
with
a
one.
boss. She's a boss.
She is a boss
No,
bitch.
different.
she
That's
is
that
in a
attitude, I guess.
She's
I
in a
think
so that's
that's
what
what it is. His definition of boss bitch is very different to what the norm is.
Yeah.
Because a boss bitch is not what you think it is, Dennis. That's probably your personal opinion. What a boss bitch
Maybe I'm-
is, generally.
Maybe
from
I'm
all
speaking to a specific species of boss
yeah.
Well, maybe you
bitch.
need to
That is
explain it
revolting to
I
me.
totally understand
totally-
who he's
what he's
describing.
referring
I
to.
totally
Tell
get
us in
it.
your words
Because
who he's
even,
talking about,
even
niece.
self, right? First of all, the term boss B should not even be attached to a good woman.
Exactly.
Right? So,
Amen.
I mean, any good woman would want to refer to themselves as a B. You know,
But that's why
we
he
will
even
do this.
said that
We will
his
do
partner,
this.
he doesn't
just
consider
one
her to
sec,
be that.
we will do this in joke form. So I think what he's getting
Right.
at here is, in his opinion, the word boss B is not a great title. So he's looking at it through that context, where the women that he's viewing in that context are women that are selfish, women that are boastful, they make their money, and they're unlovable according to him.
Women
So
who
I think,
emasculate men is what
Yes.
who he
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
referring
and
to.
then he explained
Yeah,
what
I
his-
know the thing about it is there is a type of man that likes that. It's
Yeah.
a fetish kind of thing. If you
Why
really
does it
dig
have to be a
deep into
fetish,
it,
though?
No, for the context that he's speaking
Because-
about,
Yeah.
it definitely is because
Because
that's
that-
trauma bonding.
Yes,
yes.
fetish. It's
Yeah.
fetish.
It definitely
You know what I
is.
mean?
Be following.
When you look at, if you have 10 friends who are happily, if not married, in long-term relationships, living together, family type relationships, because it's a man who would yell for years and they don't live together and things. I don't consider that family relationships. You're married, or you have a child together and you live together and you have a functioning relationship that is based on that collaborative, especially when it comes to money.
Collaborative, yes.
Most of
definitely.
the time. Yeah, most of the time, those women, they're not that type.
Yeah.
But you see, when you're outside of the relationship, they might project that. They might be like, but there's a cutoff point.
Yeah.
So like for you to get into her end zone, then for you to be like, all right, yeah, I can dunk the ball here now, not knowing a sexual relationship kind of thing, right? You reach to the point where you can be intimate with them. They drop that and they because a lot of the times they're waiting for somebody who to be more man than them.
Yeah.
You understand? So they set the bar really high.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're trying to qualify for the Olympics, you're not going to get, your village
your
game.
definition of boss B, I'm definitely following. I'm on your page now.
Yeah,
I think
right.
I think
Right,
a
but
woman
just
that is not okay.
Go ahead.
You sure?
No, you go ahead.
A woman that is actually selfish or, in your case, boastful. I don't feel like you can have a healthy relationship like that. You know, you might have a relationship for a temporary period of time, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to collaborative, like you said, when it comes down to the effort of making something work, you have to drop your ego at some point. So.
I'd like to add something.
Yeah, for sure.
I hear what you're talking about, Tay, in terms of the type of what your definition of boss bitch is and the type of woman you're talking about. But they are not in the majority. They are not the norm. You're talking about a small handful of women. And I can't go
they're very influential.
Consensus because it is not the norm. It's not the consensus. You know, it's
they're very influential. And what happens
I disagree.
Is you're not
I don't
see
think
them.
that
How do they get a million likes? How do they get a million followers? Some of them every day I see
their
them.
content may be engaging. They have a million likes because their content is great to look at. They might be sexy. Their product and or services might actually be good.
Yeah.
But that there could be a plethora of reasons as to why they get in all this attention.
I was also about to say, in terms of what we push in social media or in the media in general, is not necessarily the right thing. So I would use Cardi B and all of these artists, for example. I'd even use some of our local artists. Like I could call names like Destra and all of these people who will say, wine low to the ground. And, you know, it's just it's something that we push in the media for the sake of fun and likes and craziness. But when you look at these women homes and their actual lifestyles, it's not exactly what is being said.
Case in point, Cardi B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not necessarily.
Destra, I know Destra. Destra is one of the most feminine women that I could call.
Right. So
she's also a 6'10". I'm just saying 6'10" forever.
On the media is not necessarily who you are, you know?
But I just want to bring it right back to where we were before. You know, there is a type of woman that is that masculine energy. Like you would see somebody, like I'm 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. So right away, you know, you're going to be seeing, all right, but I am just at the start of tall. Real tall is like 6'4", right? But they have women who are 6'3", taller than me, right? And when you come around me, you get that sense. You'll be like, yo, I had to step my game up. I actually have to find a step to step my game up. But the point of it is, with those women, they're physically intimidating, right? They're watching you. Their voice might be heavier than yours, all kind of thing. How do you now say, hey, where's the femininity here? They know their whole life they've been like, okay, I'm manly, I'm man, this, whatever, I'm tall, I'm big, I'm strong, or whatever. But the fact is, that biological side of manliness, most of the time, those women, once you get past the door, you realize that they are just as feminine. They want to wash your clothes. They want to pick up after. They want to ask you what you want tonight, honey. They want those things.
That
right?
is the point that I made earlier with regards to as masculine as she can be. Once with the right man, she will automatically go back to
these
that
roles click
innate feminine way that we have built into us. You know, it's just
and I don't even think it's gender programming,
but
I don't even think it's that. I think it's a biological thing. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, if a woman does not feel like she needs to be in control, she doesn't have all the responsibility, she's not the sole breadwinner and all these things, or even if she is, but her man gives her a certain sense of security and comfort where he is able to bring out that softness in her, she will automatically retract to that. Not even retract, that's not the right word, but she'll just, go into autopilot and become that feminine woman. But sometimes that's hard to come by because not everyone is able to bring that out in you. So people would say that I'm hardcore. Lots of people say that. But with the right person, you might not recognize it. Be like, Krystal, what have you done with Krystal? Who are you? You know what I mean?
Could I give a different lens?
Yeah, go ahead. And I want to hear from Bitsy too.
Okay, so I totally understand your point, Chris. I understand Shawna's point. I even understand where Dennis is touching on. But being somebody who has been on both sides, like thinking like the masculine version of me was the thing, and also realizing I wasn't getting certain results and had to kind of do the assessment and like change certain things about me. I understand in terms of what Dennis is saying, where the definition he's given with boss bees or whatever, I don't want to use that word, but basically there's a culture of females right now who the woman that you describing, Chris, even if the right man comes around and makes her feel safe and all that, she would fight that on every single level.
Not everyone.
No, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. There's a culture of women in today's society that believes I could be more man than man.
No, I don't need man.
And
I don't need
I believe, and this is that particular culture of people is the ones that
we're talking about straight women here.
Yes, I'm talking about those straight women who also desire to be married and all these different things, but they're not getting it. And then they wouldn't understand that it's something that they bring in. They're just thinking, okay, well, I'm finding a man who could be man enough for me. But you might have passed through a lot of men who were willing to give you that same thing but couldn't recognize it because you're trying to compete, you're trying to fight, and it's not even something that you're trying to do. It becomes so much of your personality that in any setting, that comes out. And if men naturally masculine and you masculine, there's no way that you and a masculine man could be in a relationship and it not have that aggression and that competition.
Well, it could actually work.
Neicy dropping it scientifical right there.
But where the problem comes in, because I'm telling you, I know people. I'm about to tell you, because I know people where the man is masculine, and I'm not advocating for this, mind you. Right, but I'm saying I know people even now, easily 3-4 couples where the woman is masculine, boss bitch, this, that, the other, doing what she wanted, successful business. One of them is my mentor, and the man is also masculine, and they work like two peas in a pod
because she knows how to turn
so
it down.
Many people like that.
Missing what I'm saying.
No, she's talking about women who don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah,
I am telling you, I know people like that
don't know how to turn it off at all.
And
she's not. Yes, it works. You know why? Because even though she is masculine and likes to be in control and all of that, and also her man likes to be in control, I'm going to use one as an example now, right? They found that they work together as a team. They may clash. Every relationship, no matter how well matched they are, there's going to be clashes. They have clashed, but her husband he said it, he would not change her for the world because she pushes him, and she makes him better, and she feels the same. He makes her better. So it's like, what do you call it?
Every bread has
sharpening each other all the time. So I know like 4 couples.
A quick question there for that.
Men are not.
A quick question for them.
Hold on, and these men are not emasculated or feel threatened by this woman at all, by their women at all. You understand?
Could I
a quick question for you. Both of them are full-time professionals.
Tay has a question.
Fragility.
Tay has a question for you.
Go ahead, Tay.
Are they both full-time professionals?
They are both full-time professionals. Every couple I'm referring to now, they are both strong people.
I know exactly where you're going to.
They're both strong people in their own lives and their own, and they bring stuff to the table.
I know exactly where he's
going. They probably just don't have time to quarrel.
That's
they just don't have time to quarrel.
You would be surprised, like I mentioned before.
I wouldn't.
No, Chris,
but they wouldn't change it for the world.
Did you know during the pandemic, the domestic violence and stuff went up because a lot of people who normally their relationship function because I go into work, you go into work. When by the time we come home in the evening, we're too tired to talk about anything, and it's just a cycle. The fact that you have to sit in a house with somebody for 2 years, you realize how much problems your relationship have that was just unaddressed because the bar shop, the bar or the office or the school or whatever was keeping you distracted from it.
Niece, do you have any,
hold on,
to add to that?
Hold on, Betsy. She have plenty to say because I'm watching her face. Hold on, Neicy. There are 8 billion people in this world, right? And the type of couple that we are discussing are not a monolith, right? There are many aspects to it. Some couples may have their own unique strategies to work out differences, whether they clash or don't clash. There's no hard and fast way to dictate how these types of individuals treat in their relationship. So man manly, woman manly, work. Man manly, woman manly, don't work. Man manly, woman manly, sometimes work and sometimes don't work. It will always differ. It's not a monolith. It's not always going to be black and white.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's what I said. Every bread has its trees.
That's why I'm disagreeing with Tay's one and only take on it, because I know too many couples that fit that mode
modes.
and they are deliriously happy.
All right.
Deliriously happy.
I think
Tay,
in those
thank you
cases,
for
they are the
calling.
exceptions and not the rule.
Ladies, always enjoying the show. Thank you for having me on again. I'll continue listening.
We
Yes,
love when
but
you call. So
Yes,
Tay, you put down Tay name, Tay.
Yes, of course, I
Make
put
sure,
down his name.
If you do us a favor, go follow Island Girl Talk and
What?
tag 3 people to qualify to get this hamper. Do it now.
what kind of hamper it is? What's the hamper?
Hey,
Show you this thing.
let me show
Caribbean? Oh, I'm going to do that now. No. Caribbean rosé though.
We had for him,
Rosé.
Know these hats?
you're getting rosé, you're getting mimosa, you're getting brute, and you're getting a sample of Eagle Ray Seltzer as well as a fish hat. So if you follow and tag, you're gonna qualify for the hamper. We're giving away 2 hampers today.
Yeah.
All right, well, the inside. Ladies,
calling
y'all
me.
take care.
Bye.
Bits,
Betsy.
that's it.
If only see a little bit space. Put that camera on, Bits. Kiana, what you think about that, girl?
I think sometimes men, it's very hard for them when a woman has to be the breadwinner. And that is what I kind of got from him. Now, this is just my opinion. It's not saying that is the right opinion. But it's very difficult for men when the woman is the breadwinner, especially where he's pretty much been going through hardship for years.
Yeah,
and
because he was the breadwinner before.
Yeah, and he can't seem to keep his head above water. So he's dealing with that, I think, as well. And just little things like I just kind of, like when people say certain things, I speak, right? Which might be bad. But I don't know if you remember when he said something about she's making the money, but she's not making more than I used to make. Why was that so important to say? You know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
I'm realizing that he possibly has an issue with her being it's hard for him because I think it has always been that the men are the breadwinners and they take care of the families. And this goes into marriage. And when you hear them say for richer, for poorer, for sickness and in health, better than worse, this is where these things come into play. Because say y'all were married, richer or poorer. Regardless, you would have to stand by her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, and that is where your relationship and love and that kind of thing is really tested.
And then it's good on her part too, that she's still stuck with him, even though he was going through whatever it was he was going through. You know what I mean? She's stuck with him, and no judgment. They're still making it work. So that says a lot about her as well. I guess that's what he probably meant when she said she's not a boss B. But
because a boss B would ride out. That's what he meant.
No, a boss B would not ride out.
That's what he meant in his definition of boss
so
B.
what I'm saying is, what he said, even with all of that, she was not a boss B. In his mind, a boss B is like what Shawna said, would do that. But
They would leave.
if you looked up boss B now, that is not the type of person that would do something like that.
Right.
Boss B simply refers to a successful woman about her business.
Right.
You understand? They're making it sound like if being a boss B is a bad person. I know too many boss Bs, right, who are successful and go home and treat their men like gods. You know what I mean? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's how it should be.
But the term boss B was developed through mainstream media, which was music media, which still pushes a
boss
certain
B
culture.
only relates
so
to
not necessarily a good thing.
I love the excitement for the calls though.
Oh my god. Ooh, I can't wait. Hello, caller. State your name. Who are we talking to?
I'm trying to get onto Dobson's highway routine.
That's your boy. That's J Revolution.
Yes, it is.
J Revolution in the house. Yes, I'm waiting for this. Jay, talk to us.
Before Jay speaks, Jay, give me 1 second. I just want to read the definition for everybody so we wouldn't be so confused.
That's from the Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary, because it's media, right? A confident, successful, and independent woman who speaks her mind and stands up for what she believes in. She keeps it 100% real with everyone, sets boundaries, and isn't afraid to go after what she wants. There's a little bit more saying like she's unique, courageous, and fierce, and so forth. Goes
It
after
have
her
anything
dreams
in there about
stuff.
her leaving her man if he get poor?
No,
exactly.
It's mostly like about
even if that was the case, then they were put in there.
She's an advocate for empowerment of women knows that a strong mindset and putting herself first is for the betterment of everyone and everything around her.
So then by that definition, all of us here at this table is boss bitches then.
But of course.
You understand? I'm proud of it. Boss, so Tay, I hope you're still watching. A boss bitch, by the urban definition and the general definition, refers to your job, what you're doing, what you understand, what you stand for, what you're usually
use the word
moral.
boss B, but we understood his concept of the type of woman.
So you might need to evaluate your definition of what a boss bitch is, because it's not that. It is literally what Shawna just read.
Yeah, but we got his point. We got his message. Which,
and on social media, most women who refer to themselves as boss Bs are usually referring to what they do and what they've accomplished and a sense of pride for this. You know what I mean? In addition to all the other things.
Jay, take it away.
Jay, school us now, boys. School us.
Nah, I'm not coming to school nobody right now.
Please acknowledge little bits in the house.
No, I was not about to say good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am nursing a little headache here listening to the topic, but you know, no, you all have to apologize. You know, I mean, be unapologetic, right? That's what the show is about. Yeah, so I just want to ask a couple questions.
Come true.
Could anybody define energy for me?
Of course. I don't know. You do it now.
No. I am asking. It's been used several times so far. The topic. So I just want to know what is the definition of energy.
I guess when you refer to masculine energy, I mean the vibe,
give me energy in general.
that you exude, the aura and the vibe that you get exhibit.
So what is vibe and aura?
But okay.
So what is vibe? Thank you, Neicy.
Yeah, I'm getting more treats.
Because energy, vibe and aura, and all these words that people misuse greatly, are just romanticizing things that are subjective. Masculine energy in our capitalist society is simply defined by a woman who making more money and boasting because she does. That's it.
Boasting because she does?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Using her money. No. Listen to what I'm saying. When people talk about masculine energy, Neicy, I'm asking a question. Shawna, Neicy, Krystal, I don't care how masculine a girl energy is. When it's time for a dangerous situation to approach, more than likely. No, but thank you.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
not at all.
No. And right, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times when people talk about masculine energy and all these words that don't really mean anything, all they're talking about is within the parameters of earnings, resourcefulness, and ability to provide and make decisions. That's it.
Yeah.
And personally, a woman should be able to have her resources, make decisions, and think for herself. So there's nothing about that says to me that this woman is losing her femininity because she's capable of doing that. Here's when it becomes up. What the problem lies in is that what Neicy said is personality traits. Some people are insufferable. Some people don't like to cooperate. Some people just full of shit. And that's literally all it is. Now, we will romanticize that a woman who probably starts to make more money than her man and then she starts to act a particular way, she probably didn't like that guy to begin with. Or she probably has a fantasy in her head that a man's supposed to be making more money than her, and then her attitude switches.
Yeah.
But that's all it really is. It's not this completely deep philosophical topic that we try to make it seem, because it really comes down to something as superficial as the ability to provide us. That's really all it is. So like when I hear people talk about they're threatened by a woman who have masculine energy, bro, if you're insufferable, you're insufferable. No matter how much money you're making, you could be insufferable. So if you're insufferable, because I know a gal insufferable without money. So I would love. So if
That's why I'm saying too, it shouldn't just come down to money, because I know real women too with masculine energy who broke. You know what I'm saying?
No, but then, Krystal, if they are broke, do they really have masculine energy?
Yes,
because
what
makes them masculine? But what makes them masculine?
What makes them masculine is like her behavior, like her personality traits. She still likes to.
But then she's insufferable. What she's doing is being insufferable.
So you're saying the deal breaker here is money? You're saying that the gauge here is money?
No, what I'm saying, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that so go ahead.
I totally agree with where you're coming from with the money, because I never see women when they accept the masculinity saying, okay, well, I want to go out in the hot sun and live more concrete than you, or these different things that men would do. When women, you take that trait and they wear it with pride, it's always in a space of earning. It's never in the other direction.
No. I mean, I'm so sorry to have such a strong reaction, but
it comes from a place of earning.
Here's what I'm saying. No. Here's what I'm saying. We could always, when it says you're doing any social trend, you have to look at a norm or something that could continuously be identified. There will always be outliers in every topic. For example, I could easily sit here and say, well, I know a couple who do X, Y, and Z. Nothing about that is scientific. Nothing about that displays a trend. And let me give a real good example of how a lot of times this type of thinking is used against people. For example, when one young child out of the ghetto get education and make it big, they just try to throw it in everybody else's face, saying, oh, look, this one youth make it, so that means everybody can make it. And in those examples, you see where people try to ignore actual problems in society by picking out one outlier and say, if this was to be good, everybody else could do it. So what I'm saying is, in those types of cases, you can't look at 1, 2, 3, 4 couples and say, if these couples are doing it, then it should work for everybody. Those are usually outliers, and it can't identify social trends.
That's not statistics. That's not reason.
And what I'm saying is, there are definitely a few women who would say, girl, I could pick up and bust more concrete than you. But that's not the norm. That's not the norm. So you can't use that and say, well, nah, it's our women who just do this, bro. It's our women who feel they have 2 legs when they have 1 leg. Nothing about that. That don't add to our point now. You understand what I'm saying? That don't add to our point. So what I'm saying is, usually when we talk about masculine energy, it's down to the superficial realm of earning. Because it don't matter when it comes down to things like survival. You strip all this corporate shit away when it comes down to survival. It's not like masculine energy and feminine energy. The reason why men are in the position they are in today is because when it comes down to survival, men were simply stronger and able to defend better. That's it. So it's not. So this masculine energy thing is just repackaged in 2022 because we're in a more capitalist and I guess safer society. Don't look at crime and feel it bad. Back in medieval days, literally, you couldn't bathe unless it was a royal. So don't feel today more dangerous.
I have a question, Jamil. Sure. So you're saying it comes down to the superficial aspect of earnings, money, this, that, the other. But what if you have, I still disagree. What if you have a broke woman, right? She not no money. She just lost her job. She got retrenched like Tay, whatever the case may be, right? But she has an idea and she has ambition. And she has all the masculine personality traits, the
like
aggressiveness, the controlling.
But
hold on, I'm not done. Right? She has all the ambition and all of that. And she has drive and all these things that are typically associated with a determined man. Right? She also has determination. And fast forward 5 years, she has built a successful business, a life for herself. She meets a nice, successful man, spits out 2 kids, all these things. And she has built a life for herself with her masculine energy. Are you telling me now that it just comes down to money and earnings? What about when she was like that with
personality
traits?
Crystal, hit the pause
She
button.
had all of that without the earnings. There was a point in time.
Crystal, hit the pause button. Listen to me. I hear you. First of all, Krystal, I appreciate what you're saying, but sometimes you're sitting with too much what ifs now. Krystal,
It's people like this that exist every day. It's 8 billion people in the world. It must have a few million women like this.
Okay, and what I'm saying is, one, it's not the norm. So, but let me answer your question.
Why is it not the norm?
Because things in life are not the norm. It's okay. So
What exactly is not the norm? I just want to be clear. What do you think is not the norm?
Okay, Krystal, if let's just numbers. If out of 8 billion people, 1 million people are like that, that could never be the norm. But let's continue.
It's not an official number, but you feel me.
Okay, no, I do not. But let me get you right. Because it's a matter of big what if here. Okay, cool. Ambition,
I think
drive.
oh, sorry, Jane.
Just now, ambition. I get, Krystal, I get what you're saying, but you're hitting me with a what. You're trying to make a scientific conversation out of a big what if. But let me deal with it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ambition and drive are not masculine qualities. Let me explain why. The only marker that we've had throughout history to see the results of ambition and drive is men's success, which is why it is linked to masculine traits. Energy and all this nonsense, again, I'm telling you all, is romanticized based on what we have seen. It will change eventually, but what you are describing as a woman drive and an idea should not be taken as masculine energy. Because at the end of the day, if she had to accomplish these goals, more than likely, she will use her feminine charm to get what she wants. Am I reaching when I say this?
No, you're not.
You're not
Can I just
go ahead, Sean?
Okay.
Jay, can I, or you're still speaking?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm getting from you, right, is what you're saying. You have like a specific scope for what masculinity is, right, in society. So what you're saying, all the other things that we are talking about is basically just personality traits. And I could work with that, right? So then maybe we should say personality traits that are somewhat masculine. Is that what you'd like us to say? Because
no.
Let me just finish. Let me ask this one thing, right? So for example, typically men will be the ones to pursue women. It's just an example, right?
Right.
So, for example, like in the research that we would have done, you would see that in order for a woman to have masculine qualities or masculine energy, she might be the one doing the pursuing. So if you find yourself in a position like that where you want to pursue, then you are the one who also has masculine energy. And this has nothing to do with the umbrella of money or earnings, right? Typically in relationships, men not just would make the money. That is one of the characteristics. That is one of the things that men do typically. But typically men tend to be a little bit more aggressive. Right? So then they have in the research, then perhaps if you're a woman that you find yourself being a little bit overly aggressive or trying to have to prove yourself, that is you having masculine traits. You understand what I'm saying? So is it that you're saying that these little superficial things that we are going through are actually directly related to personality? So that's my question.
Okay. So let me start from the beginning. When I started this conversation, I said, typically when we refer to masculine energy, it surrounds earning. Now, I never said I felt that way. I said that is an observation on how society treats women who have masculine energy. Because at the end of the day, you can be how ambitious, you can have how much drive, you can have how much ideas. If you are not able to provide resources, all you're going to be seen as, more than likely, is a woman who wants to do something, not a masculine energy woman.
Outside of outside of that. For
Right,
example, again, men don't really
personality
express
trait.
themselves much, you know. Men were taught to not express themselves much. So if you're a woman and you
Right.
find yourself that it's hard for you to express yourself, don't you have masculine
Right.
traits?
Well, okay, right. So what I'm saying is, when masculine traits, in my humble opinion, different from when all talk about masculine energy. Because they're saying a person is bringing a particular vibe towards a relationship. That's what we're talking about.
Babe,
usually
because
it's
semantics
not
because
it's not
essentially
semantics.
based on the research we did is really traits we're talking about.
Well, okay. Respectfully, there's a difference between reading and research. And I doubt y'all are busy women, and I doubt y'all are taking the time to truly research a topic like this. Y'all probably read a few things. I know so, because I understand research. I know so. Like, research is hard. I don't even do research. So I just usually still reading.
Yeah,
Research is hard.
We need
So
a part two
all
for
I'm
this.
saying is this. Let me don't take too much time. Let me just say this, right? I'm saying that we do live in a capitalist society. A lot of what we define people's worth as comes from their ability or their perceived ability to earn or provide. Let me be real about that. Let's be real about it. All appearances, all down the line, a lot of people's worth, especially when it comes to men, are still centered around what they can provide. As a man, I live this experience, no doubt, man. So usually, masculine energy is first and foremost linked to somebody who is able to provide. And when it is, masculine energy becomes a problem by societal definition, is when a woman is making more than a man and her personality apparently starts to become aligned with, okay, now I'm making more, now I the man. That usually is what becomes the masculine energy. Now, when we talk about a woman approaching a man, I think that more comes down to expectation. So masculine expectations or the expectations of men are usually to pursue, to wine and dine, X, Y, and Z.
And
right?
what about not being able to express much? So, for example, a man is taught to not really express his feelings so much. So, women who out there having to be and do the man role tend to become that type of rigid way as well, where they don't express much either.
Basically, Sean, what you're doing is touching on different it's all over the place.
Yeah,
And what we did was kind of categorize all the instances in where a woman can be perceived as giving off masculine energy or masculine vibe.
Usually it's centered around earning. I understand that, sometimes women pursue men and they will perceive as masculine. But let me also explain something here. And this is the last point I'm making. That's to consider. You see, when it comes to roles and expectations, I insist that we put that in a different realm because a lot of different reasons can influence why a woman would take on a more aggressive role, especially when it comes to the pursuit of relationship. For example, I was on a live once, and I was talking about that. Listen, and usually in society, men are the ones who pursue women, so women wouldn't understand what it's like to truly have to be, out there putting yourself forward, again, rejected, etc. And a woman corrected me, and I say she corrected me because she said, Jamil, that only applies to people who are attractive. For women who are less attractive, that is not a reality. And I, as a less attractive woman, have to pursue men all the time, else I get nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Subjective.
So it happens. So in that case, you cannot tell her that she has masculine energy because what she's doing right then and there is literally surviving. And this is what I'm trying to say, people. We are romanticizing something that's completely subjective because it's kind of easy. Masculine energy rules of it all. But this young lady has no choice but to pursue the men that she wants because she considers herself less attractive and men don't usually approach her. So she has to shoot her shot. And I know many women in that category.
It though, Jamil. I won't say that we're
romanticizing
I would
is just
say
a
that
word.
it comes down to certain unique experiences per person because it's gonna vary regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I say
circumstances.
romanticize,
but
when I say romanticize, when I say romanticize, I don't mean like I'm not trying to say you all right. I mean it's romanticize just means a generalized, inflated or embellished version of something that is really not that deep. That's really what romanticize means. Because the masculine energy thing, like that in itself, that phrase, that is not that deep because it usually just goes on to people earning shit. But when you go into the depths of why men move a particular way, why women move a particular way, it's way more nuanced and it's way more layered than that.
Quite layered.
So that all I'm saying is like when people come and talk about this little clash about, when a woman making more money, she's act a particular way, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, cool. That's the level discussion is one thing. But those roles that are completely in a state of flow because human beings are not static, in society it's way more reasons than just somebody having a little argument in the relationship about who making more money now. That's why this topic is a little strange to me because it's like, you're talking about two different things.
Actually, no, we're talking about one thing, but when we got
not y'all.
It went in a different direction. But we were basically talking about traits and what can be considered as masculine in a straight woman. That's what we were talking about, the different circumstances that they could be perceived as. But of course, in any conversation, it can go in different directions, and we welcome that.
So we'll do a part 2.
All right? And we will call you.
Let's never do a part 2. No, let's call me. Let's never call me.
Uncertain
Or let's never pull up by me. Or let's get broadcast.
We coming by you. Cool yourself.
all are real masculine energy because all is the man is lying.
I embrace that.
All it is lie.
That is not a
Oh,
decision.
don't
I embrace that.
No, he said we lie. No. Here no. School going on vacation this week. So
I don't
we'll
wanna
be
hear
there
that.
soon.
Thank you,
I don't wanna hear nothing.
Jamil, for
Have a good day.
calling
I don't wanna
in.
hear nothing.
As always, we love having you. We are ignoring our guests. Let's just talk about the chat rooms and turn it over to Bitsy and see how she feels.
Little bit. How are you? How are you today?
I am fine. I'm just taking in the conversation and
I'm sure I get a headache with it. So I don't mind.
not necessarily. I wouldn't say a headache, but it's a very interesting topic, and I feel as if like one show we would not be able to. Yeah,
indeed. All right, so J
It's okay.
Revolution,
It's still love
thank
anyway.
you.
It's still love anyway. Kisses and love. to
Thank you for
everybody.
calling us.
Yeah.
In a very masculine way.
I think this is a great topic for a guy perspective.
Yes, we should have had this and called Jay for real. Yeah. All right, guys, before we continue, let's just see what the chat room is saying. Please remember to like and share this live. Hit that like button and share it with your peeps. Please bring them in. We have Cyan Foster in the house saying, great topic. We have King Stoney saying, men are interested in things. Women are interested in people. Okay, that's interesting. Simeon Mendez is in the house and he said, epigenetics is very real. Look up that, please. Epigenetics. King Stoney goes on to say, men make sense of the world through logic. Women make sense of the world through emotion. Yes and no. We have Casey Gray saying, I find the masculine energy label is being seen as negative if you don't want to tone it down or pretend to be more feminine. I agree with that. Like, why is it seen as a negative if you're a woman with some masculine energy? Like, why is it automatically scoffed at? And she goes on to say, masculine energy, women can still find love without changing who they are. Thank you. That's just what I was saying before. Casey Gray goes on to say, men who are strong enough in their own masculinity won't have a problem and wouldn't try to compete. Right? Good point as well. She then says masculine energy is not acting tough or being strong. It has more to do with the way information is processed. That as well. We have Jerome Alexander.
That's a great point. Who said that, Casey?
Casey Gray.
That's an interesting point.
Actually, King Stoney said that.
The way information is processed.
Jerome Alexander is in the house and he says most relationships today are all about competing with each other. True. And in brackets, he says, what's the root cause of that? Right? I think the basis of a relationship with someone you love should be about building each other.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? Sharpening each other.
That is the correct way. And truthfully, when you listen to, you speak of relationships today, but my question is, how long does the relationships last? Because relationships that compete against each other only go so far. When you listen to...
Part of the reason it mightn't go so far is because of the same
exactly.
thing.
Right, so that's my point. So when you listen to actual couples that last long and marriages that last long, they have a different view where they know it's about building each other.
Yes. So people can stay who they essentially are.
Yeah.
But once they
And
know
work
at
with
the
love.
baseline, thank you, what the baseline is and what they stand for and what they, at their very core, who these people are, and they make it work. Jerome goes on to say masculine energy is not a bad thing per se, but I think when it's used to emasculate men, that's when I think it goes from being attractive and an asset to being a liability to her character.
Yes.
I get that.
Well
That's
said.
a very good point,
I
Jerome.
love that.
We agree. We have just a few more.
that.
Katie goes
Know
on
your
to
road.
say, Casey Gray goes on to say, I really don't think good women who have masculine energy purposefully are masculine to bring down men. Exactly. Simeon Mendez is saying it's not where the sun should have the same energy. What? It's not where the sun should have the same energy as the moon. Okay, maybe you should retype that. We're not sure what that means.
I think he's comparing the sun and the moon, so
It's
men
two
and women
different
shouldn't
dynamics.
have the same energy.
It's not where the sun. Okay, we get
Probably
it.
made a typo.
Yeah.
Casey Gray says, yes, sugarcane. Women shouldn't have to change who they are. They just need the right strong man who won't feel threatened and who could bring out that softness. Because once a woman feels secure, no matter how hard she is, she will instinctively, be that feminine woman or be that soft woman for her man, for his eyes only.
That coupled with knowledge, because
exactly.
Not that you want to change yourself, but when you learn certain things, you know how to make certain adjustments with yourself for the betterment of your relationship.
Correct is right. Cyan Foster goes on to say, I believe it's both as well, nature and environment. Right? Tanisha Cyrus says, every bread has its own cheese. Spend time finding your cheese instead of trying to change the cheese to suit your bread.
Baby sis with the jab.
Baby sis.
Baby sis with the jab.
Bread has its cheese.
We have Full Time, aka J Revolution, saying, not too sure about this topic now. Casey is agreeing with Tanisha. Dennis is saying, no, I don't. McCasey Glodden says, agreed, every bread has its cheese. King Stoney says, nothing in that definition equates to a woman who has masculine energy. Right? I'm not sure whose definition he was referring to.
Shawna, when she was explaining the boss be.
Right? Fire Wolfman says, and he's talking to Dennis, tag me in your post, I'll take the eagle ray. Dennis is saying, I just always tell all you, the three of all you don't count in this, all you different. Okay, Dennis, if you say so. He then says at Fire Wolfman, say the Caribbean mimosa does lash. She drank that in the grey right through. What? I don't know.
I'm saying she's talking about
right.
somebody.
So many more. Let's pause for a while. Yeah. Right? I think at this point we can't even get into what we had prepared for you.
We need a part two.
So we are going to have to do a part 2 of this, because we didn't realize that this topic was going to be so fiery. We didn't realize it. So guys, we will end topic of the day here.
With a to be continued.
To be continued.
And then with a to
right?
be continued.
We didn't realize people was going to get so triggered and
Betsy, you wanted to say anything else about the topic?
We didn't even give Betsy a chance to talk.
I just think in everything you have to find balance.
Yeah.
And that comes with that whole energy thing too as well, right? Even if you're a woman who has that kind of masculine energy, men love softness regardless.
Yeah.
You know, they love that because that's so unique about a woman. So you have to know when to use it. Yeah, so it's about balance.
Exactly.
Bitsy with the
just for the record, Bitsy, you own your boss bitchness, right?
Yeah, I do.
Right?
I work hard for it.
Right? But you're still soft with your husband.
But of course, I am.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying you have to be able to balance it. And you have to know when to use it because... and another thing that I don't like that a lot of women do, we emasculate men, and I think sometimes we don't even know that we're doing it.
Be unaware.
So we need to be a little more mindful, and I think that's one of the worst things you can do to men.
Yes.
You know?
Very much so.
Like I have friends that isn't in a relationship because of their masculine energy. And they're unaware of it. They think everybody is the problem.
It's the problem. Yeah.
I know. Like we don't talk. I hear that. All right, and with that, we are going to wrap topic of the day, but not before we announce our winners of our giveaways. And
cue the confetti.
Do the sound effects, Shawna.
Sean, what's the sound effect?
We so labor. What you saying, Jones?
I was saying, what about the other names as well?
What are the names? Only Tay and J. Cole. So
no, but you have to put the ones from Instagram too. That's not fair. That's cheated.
They did not call the last part of it. You want me to just call out the name?
Let me see.
I have the list
on
here.
Instagram.
I've got the list.
I think we could announce it on Instagram. Let's announce it on Instagram.
No,
we have to do it on the show.
We could
We had people who participated in the show in the giveaway today, but they did not call. The instructions were follow and like Island Girl Talk.
Because on this we didn't have that, so they just had these. So
the caption had it, baby girl. To tune into the topic of the day for the last instruction.
Right.
Right?
The last instruction.
Yes. Okay. And the instruction would be call to tell us what you thought about the topic of the day. Right? So
only they should still be included.
Yeah, I think so too.
Big up Steve Hossein Myers Nail House. Right? Malini Danraj, Strawberry Angel,
Casey
big up Paige, big up Vanna Lal, big up SWAT Cat, Fifi, Heaven Sent, and Jason. But you guys didn't call in today. You know who called? Dennis T.
But then Dennis was the
but
first
they did all the tagging and the following and
So did Dennis and Jay. So I'm about to announce the winner. Drum roll, please. The winner of today's giveaway. Oh, they're so lacking in excitement, boy.
Where's Tay?
Oh, you don't want Tay to win out?
Where's Tay here?
He's there.
And Jay.
Look down. The first winner of our giveaway today is Dennis Tay. Woo! Gotta take all here. We will announce the second winner a little later in the show. Although I do think that, you know what, the second winner too is J Revolution. Big up the two people who called and gave their opinions on today's topic. Dennis Tay and J Revolution, you have won a big bag of Carrie Bay.
And a cool hat.
And a sample.
Jay, you'll get your prize. You'll get your prize when we coming over by you, okay?
Boy, come and get it in the
Come and
studio.
get your stuff,
Come and
boy.
get it in the studio because the way it is going.
We come
We might never
Bring up
reach
you
it.
guys. All right, guys, we're going to take a very quick break and we will be back with our very patient, fantastic,
very patient,
to power infinity patience. Little bits in the house,
That's
guys.
the femininity in her.
Right? This time she cussing inside, you know. We'll be right back after these messages here on Island Girl Talk on OURradio.fm.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
The ground bad.
Are we that?
Bad. My super pull up in your party. Whole gang fully up, started. So we alright, you know. We alive. The ground bad. My super pull up in your party. Whole gang fully up, started. So we alright, you know. We alive. The ground bad.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I'll follow you down.
Yeah, the ground bad.
Well, we could make it rain if you want that. Take away your pain, cause I got that. And I can send the money on the cash app. The way how we floss the girls like that.
We gonna make up me fully top, me have a bottle of syrup in me right hand. Y'all a bubble up, so tell the DJ pull it up, because we really woulda like that.
Y'all a wine and a sit down, pants up. Baseline with a rhythm, one drop. Y'all, me love how you a bubble, you make me see double, y'all. The way you wine and cut. Y'all a wine and a sit down, pants up. Baseline with a rhythm, one drop. One y'all, me love how you a bubble, you make me see double, y'all. The way you wine and catch. My super pull up in your party. Whole gang fully up, started.
So we alright, we alright. The ground bad.
My super pull up in your party. Whole gang fully up, started.
So we alright, we alright. The ground bad.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I'll follow you
The ground bad.
Say come follow me down there. Yeah, follow me down there. Yeah, baby, me ready for party. Yeah, baby, me ready for party. Yeah, we just chillin', ganja billin'. Me team winning, we down there. And we not come here for trouble nobody. Boy, follow me come here for party.
Yeah, I'm
possess on a regular basis. All my dogs and I'm ready to face it. If we pressin', we out there. We could chest after zessin', it's okay. Swag is original, I'm an original. Let me go bless all the party. We keep it minimal, still do the most. We keep it visible, we on the road. My shoe pull up in the party. Whole gang fully up, started. So we alright, we alive, come back. My shoe pull up in the party. Whole gang fully up, started. So we alright, we alive, they come back.
I will follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I will follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I will follow you down.
Anywhere that we go.
I will follow you down.
They grown back.
Neicy, say we got that champagne. Say we pop that high grade. Say we smoke that if you don't like we.
They grown back.
'Got you singing like sweet one. Got you singing like sweet one. That other man was practice. That's why it's not lasting. I'll give you my last things. Half the man I'm just acting. Designer from Saks Fifth. Anything you want, you can have this. I'll give you no tactics. Girl, you know you're the baddest. Got me singing like sweet one. Man bow to allegiance. Yeah, everything fit done. Talk about man, you don't need one. How I know you're a sweet one. Fendi purses from me, man. Random trips go to Sweden. Time they notice we'll be gone. Be gone. When she come in, she still a party. That girl remind me of Somali. Trust me, I don't see no one bother. She busy body like Joanna. She yellow skin tone like a Julie. Popping call inside like a guava. Trust me, she don't deal with informer. I have no dust, soul your corner. Like she done this for days. Man, them around say she stuck in her face. Now fear's gone, still in her ways. You should see the way that she rockin' the waist. When I come to my place, come to the yard. Could be here, but girl, I do go abroad. Man, try take her and I just laugh. Had to separate myself, just move a car. That when the man was practice. That's why it's not lasting. I'll give you my last things. Half the man, I'm just acting. Designer from Saks. If anything you want, you can have this. I'll give you no tactics. Girl, you know you're the baddest. Got me singing like sweet one. Man bow to allegiance. Yeah, everything fit done. Talk about man, you don't need one. How I know you're a sweet one. Fendi purses from Neiman. Random trips go to Sweden. Time they notice we'll be gone. Be gone.
Got you singing like sweet one. Talk about man, I don't need one. Got you singing like sweet one. Yeah. Sweet one. Man, go to allegiance. Everything we done. Talk about man, I don't need one. I know I'm a sweet one. 20 places from me, man. Random trips go to Sweden. Time they notice we'll be gone. Be gone. Cause we just live it our life. We just live my life like it's golden. Living it up cause we're free. Doing it up cause we're young and dumb. And I can't believe this is real.
Can't believe that.
You're so damn carefree.
Care what?
You're so damn carefree.
Care what?
Just so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Open your eyes in the moment. Forget the worries you had as a new day, no chances of calling. Don't be afraid, feel the spirit, the journey is endless. Dust off your worries inside, take a chance and just live in the moment.
Live it.
The day is a day, so just own
Let's
it.
go.
Never be afraid to show us up.
Don't be afraid.
That's up all the hate and live it up.
That's it all, that's it all, girl.
Worry less, set your mind free.
Set it free, let it fly.
What you cannot be, just let it be. Just take it easy. Clear your mind and help on with the trees. Don't worry about it today, it's not for no reason. I'ma think about it next week. Now I'm just focused on me, 'cause we just living our life like it's golden.
Living
it up 'cause we're free.
Living.
Doing it up 'cause we're young and dumb, and I can't believe this is real.
Can't believe that.
Just so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Just so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Just living our life like it's golden.
Live it up.
Living it up 'cause we're free.
Living.
Doing it up 'cause we're young and dumb, and I can't believe this is real.
Can't believe
Just
that.
so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Just so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what? You just gotta think about it. Think about it. Think about it now. If you ain't gonna be about you, who gonna be about it? Be about you. So stop cutting up yourself.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
It doesn't taste the same like.
I don't know.
It's slightly
I'll tell you.
different.
All right. I'm not seeing ourselves on the screen. How we live? Go, Dave. We are back with more Island Girl Talk. It's your girls, Krystal, Khayne,
Trinidad, Shawna,
Neicy, and of course we have the lovely little Bits in the house today. Poor thing, we really take her through the ringer today, boy. Bitsy, we sorry, girl.
Yeah, that's okay.
Today's topic was a doozy.
Yeah, I realize.
Right? Put our camera on Bitsy there. She on there? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I. So, guys, we're back with our third segment. You know, it's a spotlight segment, our Island Girl Spotlight. And today we have none other than Little Bits in the house with her cute self. Well, in see her, boy.
Yes. Little Bits no longer
She
cute.
looks
She's
the
a
same.
whole woman.
Yeah.
She can't be a cute woman.
Forever.
No.
Have the same face forever, right? I know, right? People just be like, what you just be doing, yo?
Yeah, put on more size. Like, you had the curves now.
Let
but
me,
the face.
let me tell you something. I don't even have like a facial wash routine or face routine. I kid you not. The only thing I could blame it on, jeans. I'm not a smoker.
Right.
I don't take plenty, like, I don't be like late nights and partying and that kind of thing. I'm not a heavy drinker, and I want to assume that is the result of this.
Yes.
You know, but outside of that, yeah.
We hear that.
You look
we
like
hear
a
that.
person who don't take on stress. Stress is also.
Kilo, that's the opposite.
Never mind.
Easier said than done,
It's
yeah?
something that I'm really working on though. So yeah.
Indeed.
Well, keep it up.
Whenever I hear a little bit, all I think is bump.
Everybody, right?
Also,
Still
to
got
this
me
day,
there.
I am still trying to get the timing
Of the dance.
with the. Yeah, like one side stronger than one now. One hand the bump and then the next side is struggling, but we'll
It's
get
struggling.
there.
It's a struggle bump. Yeah.
Don't worry,
The bump is not a bump.
No. It's about.
All right, guys. So we're gonna just talk to Bitsy a little bit and see how she's going, what she's up to. For those of you who live under a rock, right? Lil Bits, also known as Siobhan Church Isaacs, is an internationally known soca artist. Boy, yes I said so. Right? And Lil Bits is the musical artist, songwriter, actress, creative director, costume designer, and entrepreneur. We leave it at that, and we will let you tell the rest. You understand? We want to tell out your whole bio. But Betsy, like we ask most of our guests, tell us a little bit about, in your own words, about your history and how far you've come.
So I started very young. Thankfully, my mom, she was always into like performance and the arts and that kind of thing. So I never was one that, you know, nah, my mother don't want me to sing and they don't want me. My mom wanted that, like she was about her life. And once she realized that I was interested in that, it was like, hell yeah, she started to put a lot of money behind that one time. So I did everything from Calypso competitions and all that coming up in the ranks, from junior Calypso to junior soca monarch into the big arena. Thankfully, at the time when I attended Woodbrook Government Secondary, Colonel Roberts was in school with me. He was like 5 years above me. But the thing about it is he and my sister were really good friends. So whereas some people didn't really know people coming into the industry, like I actually knew people already. So that was pretty awesome. And I think I would say he's the one that really got me, like, get my foot wet into the whole thing. And he wrote my first set of songs and that kind of thing. And then after a year, I was like, yo, I could do this thing. So I wrote my first soca song. In my country, featuring Bunji Garlin, produced by Chasu, which Krystal would know. And and we were like, let's get Bunji on this. He loved Bunji, and the rest was history. And that pretty much skyrocketed my career. And if you didn't know about Little Bits before, you know about Little Bits now. And from there went to Bump, and from there we had the Christmas Rhythm, and we had Sweetness, and we had Hold Me Down, and you know, all these tracks came about. I had my brother who came on board, my mom who came on board. My brother was writing, my mom was managing, and then after it reached a point where my brother started to manage me. And during that process, I went back to Colonel and we started to do more music. And my brother was writing a lot for me at that time. And then we had Sweetness, which is on the Honey Rhythm with Benjai. And fun fact is what people don't know, that it was my song first, and then after Benjai heard the rhythm jump on, and it became a rhythm. So we had that transition, and then I met my husband when I was doing that Honey Rhythm, because he was managing Benjai at the time. Wow. So trying to flip through real fast here, right? And my husband started doing bookings and stuff for me, and then eventually he became my manager, and then he became my husband, and
he became your man first.
Became my husband, girl. My whole husband. My whole husband. And and it was a new experience for him because he worked with people like Blacks. He worked with Benjai, he worked with Swappy, he worked with Flippo also, Azaria now. And it was males. Now he had to do it with a female, which was a bit...
And not just a female, but the female.
The female, you know what I'm saying? Because I was the wife and I was the artist too. So that was a lot for him to deal with, because I think people don't realize it's so much more with female artists. Just being female and what comes, you know, the look and everything. With men, they put on a jersey, got pants, and they got the road, and they could do things. When we had to do video drops, so we had to do so I need to get my makeup done. I better make sure my hair okay, and I got a nice little outfit, make sure just to do something. With a guy, he throw on a t-shirt, he do what he had to do, you know what I mean?
You see how life unfair, boy.
It is. So just learning how to deal with a female soca artist was really different. And then thankfully I'm a girl, male energy again, I guess. I never really depended on my husband to get stuff done for me. Right. I was in the business for so long already, so a lot of things he literally started to say, I could do it, I will do it. I speak up myself and I'm doing it my damn self. Like, I do anything.
You know, Lil Bits was like one of the first local artists or people in Trinidad to jump on the whole social media flick. I saw that sometime. I saw it online somewhere, and I was like, it is true. She was like doing all that we try to do now to get ourselves. She's been doing that years in advance on Twitter and certain things. Yeah.
I was huge on social media when it first started. Soldier Boy was like the big dude, like the person on social media at that time. And locally, it was me, JD, and Devon Matthews. The three of us used to really be on social media, and it never used to have anybody from Trinidad. So we used to be linking with like a lot of people outside. And it actually got me a lot of performances and shows, and that's how I actually got my name more out there, you know. But yeah, social media was something that I always loved doing. But with life and responsibilities and things, I kind of had to take a little bit of a step back. But I love technology. I love, like, right now, like, I want to know how all these things working. Like, what I need to buy, what I need to get. Like, like I'm about that life, you know?
That's nice.
I don't know. That's male energy, you know?
Apparently, anything that is related to progress and wanting to further yourself, and once you're a woman wanting to do that, that's male energy. It's your men trying to take away from us. We can't even be strong and ambitious.
It's ambition. It's definitely ambition.
Ambition has no gender rules. It's just
but tell that to the men.
Yeah, I get
tell that to the men.
Yeah.
Because they want to take that away from us too. Apparently, anything that is forward thinking or forward movement, as long as you're a female doing it, male energy.
No, well, as I was telling them off air, I remember there was a time which was, I mean, not in our time, but years ago, where women were supposed to only be in the house.
Yeah.
And working woman was a weird thing for people for a while. Exactly. So it's a matter of getting a some men still haven't gotten accustomed to it. You still have homes where women, they marry a man and they still stay home and see about the kids.
And nothing wrong with that, sir.
No, nothing is wrong. But if your wife is if your wife want to do more than that, I feel as if you need to support her as well.
I feel
kind of come out of the old school thinking.
Like, as long as you're killing people and doing the worst out there, just accept that people different, all kinds of things going on this planet.
I feel like we're going back into topic of the day. Let me right now. So
let me little bits in, back to bits in. Right. So we I wanted to touch on this quickly. Right. We won awards for your popular songs like Esther Fiesta, and also, you know, bump stuck in my head.
I think it will like, you wouldn't believe that there was a point in time when I got really fed up of a bump. Yeah.
What? Oh, never,
because you have to not for anybody apparently. But it was hard because obviously I was like 20 years that time, and the thing about it is like, okay, I have more music, I do much more than just bump on the stage. That's not the only song I have, but I think every time people hear little bits, they think bump, you know what I mean?
Can I just say to how far twerking has come, because her bump was all the rage. Even she made funny TV bump, how she doing that bump, how she making a bump, so
and now trying to get the sides.
Fun fact, we only created that dance on set.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't like
that became a cultural thing.
It was something that just happened organically, and you know, it just became a vibe, and you know, it's crazy. Or people still call it bunks when the word is bump.
So you invented twerking then?
Apparently, I don't know. You know what I mean? I know.
You understand? But you accept that now every time you perform, you have to do this dance.
At a point in time, and not only that, but like, you know, okay, bring a guy on stage and you know, we create a moment, but it became a situation where sometimes it would be disrespectful. And I remember at a point in time I walked off stage like a pelly mic, and I walked off stage. I was like, I had enough. I'm not singing any kind of song like this again in life. And I had a whole meltdown. And the thing about it is, you know, it was just so new to me, and I was so tiny at that time. But now I have a better understanding. Now I could control the stage, and I could control what is happening. And then my husband is at the corner right there waiting,
ready to run amok.
One time. And then after these weird things happened to, I don't know if Krystal would have experienced it, or Shawna, where sometimes like after performing and you come off stage, you have these people who wait for you. Like they wait and like they're glued onto you, do not want to let you go. Like because they watch you as a performer, and I don't know. I think they don't realize it's just a performance.
Yeah.
Like they think this is real life and this is is a weird thing that happens.
Like you're literally in a fishbowl and you're there for them to just observe.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not a soca artist where, like Bitsy would have all these people there. But in my travels as a traveling artist, I'm not famous, but when I come off this stage, you would have the group of people wanting to take pictures and stuff, and they glue onto you, and it's a little weird.
It's really weird.
And then there was this one time a woman, the performance done, I gone and eaten and stuff, but she's following me around with her camera, just taking candid clips of me. And I had to call security to tell her to stop.
You know what freaks me out too? Like when I go out the road and people message me, hey, I see you in Long Circle Mall, I see you taking like all these random places and stuff.
Yeah, and they keeping tabs.
Yeah,
and remember they notice her, so they want a message.
I prefer,
you say hi.
For everybody listening, I prefer if you come up to me and you heal me. You see that thing where you're watching me? That freaky, like that real freaky was.
Hey, bitch, in Long Circle Mall.
Yo, and everybody know me. Everybody know you could walk up to me and you can have a conversation, right? So I really prefer that over the yes one. So
you guys heard it.
Yeah, that has freaked me out.
Michael Phillips told me about this thing. There's a Trini thing, by the way, because we are famous for being, what is the term you use? Fashionably unimpressed.
Okay.
Right? That's how that's why they say Trinidad is the toughest crowd. Right. We impress, but we like to be fashionably unimpressed. So they ain't gonna come up say it to seem like a groupie. Yeah. But they rather say casually in a text, hey, I saw you Long Circle. But I was too far to say hi.
No. You know what I do like too? You see little bits. You see she work. It's like I remember it's had a girl was like, I do like little bits. At the end of the day, she and I would be like the best friends.
Yeah, it'd be a fan sometimes.
Yo, no,
it'd be a fans.
Because I was like, why you don't like me? Tell me. Why you don't like me? Because you never meet me before. We never had a conversation. We never had any confrontation. You just see me because I'm an artist and you just don't like me.
And you
I really don't like that for us females because I feel as if we just have these
unnecessary hate.
Yeah, for no reason.
That thing you said, Shawna, that it's when that happens, they see something in her that they wish they could.
Probably the man must say, I like the bum. And now you want to be vexed with me.
Yeah.
Why you be vexed with me?
Or like in your post.
Exactly. Oh, well, that's an ex-bacchanal by itself.
Oh, let's see how this going on. Right?
Yeah. That's an ex-bacchanal. Oh, God. For sure.
But we see that, I didn't know this before when I read your bio and I did a little reading online and stuff. You're an actress, a producer, you're a member of the National Theatre Arts Community Company of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Like you've worked on a docu performance called Talawa.
Yeah.
Tell us all about that because I had no idea that you acted, you produced and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm with the National Theatre Arts Company of Trinidad and Tobago. We have people like Penny, I don't know if you know Penny, the actor, Curtin Samuel. They're all parts of the National Theatre Arts Company, and I really love to be a part of it because we get to work on all disciplines from acting, singing, and movement. Wow. And
movement.
Yeah.
You travel a lot.
We went to Dubai. Yeah. We've done Barbados. But yeah, I love being a part of it because I feel as if being a soca artist, I was kind of limited.
Yeah.
And not taken from soca artists, right? Because we're amazing individuals. But with theater, you get to learn so much more about stage and performance. And I felt more fulfilled as an artist. As opposed to just singing soca, dancing, whining, that kind of thing. You know, I mean, it was so much more I could do. And out of that, I started directing and producing. So I produced my first docu performance, which was Talawa. And that is pretty much, okay, so when I did theater, there was this guy by the name of Ralph Campbell. He's a playwright, was a playwright and director, actor. He passed away recently. But when I was doing a workshop with him, he said, you know what you are? You're a Talawa. Say a Talawa. He was like, yeah, you're a Talawa. So I was like, what is a Talawa? He said, you're small, but you're strong. Right? It's a Jamaican patois.
Me little but me Talawa.
Me little but me Talawa. Right? Right? So that name, that name stuck with me. And I remember when we were doing, when it was the pandemic. we can perform. So people started to do online shows. And I said, I seen everybody doing these online shows. What could I do different that it doesn't look the same, right? Bring something different to people. And I said, you know what? Let me do a docu performance. Let me give people a little backstory and a little history about little bits. And because it's one thing that you just hear certain things, but it's good when you hear from the people themselves. So we had people like Chasu, who would have worked with me in my early years. You had Colonel Roberts. You would have had people who worked with me in my recent years, like Casey Phillips and Kit Israel, Advocate Productions. They spoke about me and their relationships with me and the work they would have done with me. And from there, it went into performances. So you had performances of all my songs from the beginning. Well, not all, as much as we could have done, because it's 1 hour long and we didn't want it to be too much. And what my dream and passion would be is to have Talawa live. I really, really want to do Talawa live. It's something that I'm working feverishly behind. And pretty much what I want to do is incorporate schools. So anybody who is in the performing arts department, when we do the show live, I would love for them to be a part of the process as well. So if you're into photography or costuming or light or photography or videography or whatever it is, you will have an opportunity to work with Little Bits and my entire team of professionals on Talawa and learn so many different things, not only about putting on a show, but about culture and, carnival characters and that kind of thing. Let me go to one time to my video, Sweetest Mass, which I did for 2023. People were like, oh my gosh, it's so artistic. And it's not what we typically would see from you. And I thought it was very important to bring the theater aspect to it. So you saw the carnival characters, the traditional carnival characters. And pretty much the song is Sweetest Mass, written and produced by Wetty Beats. And I wanted to really depict Trinidad Carnival and Trinidad Mass on a whole. So not just the pretty mass, BBF, but all. So you see me in my Yuma costume, big up my humans. In my Yuma costume, but yet still you'd see children's mass in it. So my niece was at the end of it. But in the midst of that, you saw the traditional mass, which I think is dying. And I think it's so important for us to keep it alive. So we had the Fancy Sailor and we had the Devil Mask. Oh my God, I had such an amazing time doing Devil Mask. Anybody who has never, let me tell all you something. If you've never done Devil Mask before, you need to do it. I did Peregrinade and I also did Baby Doll. Okay. But the Devil Mask was truly amazing. I have a lot of respect for these people. It is not just painting yourself and blowing. It's a whole ritual be happening, a whole manifestation. Like when I was done, I had bruises all over my body. I lost 2 toenails. It is literally a manifestation that takes place and you really become this character. Oh my God. And you say there are prayers that you say and stuff before to protect you from getting burned and that kind of thing. So I think people need to understand and know that our carnival is not just the
I saw something online recently.
It's very spiritual.
Doing the Spitfire thing. That's what you were doing. Yeah,
correct.
So is it out yet? Where can we
the
see
video.
it?
You could go on my YouTube page, Little Bits Music, and you could view it right now. But it was quite Sweetest Mass. It was quite an amazing experience. I truly, truly, truly enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think it's a perfect marrying for you in terms of the music and the theatrics.
Yeah. Because what people fail to realize is that carnival is theater. Theater is carnival. When you go on the road, you are playing a character, When you put on your costume and whether it's the beads and the bikini, you are playing a role. You don't usually behave like that every day. But when you put on that costume, you become that character. So carnival is theater and theater is carnival. You know what I mean? So people need to view it and understand as what it is. It was an amazing experience. I have Walk Up and Wine, which is very popular on the radio stations. This guy Chim. Shem, right. So he had a very popular song on the Sports Day Rhythm, because that's the name of the rhythm. And actually a lot of people did not know that I had a song on the rhythm till after. So that's doing pretty well. I just I'm gonna post it later, but there are some girls from Poland that took the song and they did a whole routine. Like I was like, they had to have Caribbean Blood Horse because them was getting on very bad, like very bad. And I was truly impressed. And I wrote that song with my husband, Walk Up and Wine. And so we have Walk Up and Wine, we have Sweetest Mass. I have one on the Cold Breeze rhythm, which features Ufan, Second Star, and Destra. Okay. Right? That one is Handle My Business. That was written by Kit Israel. And I have some more music to come.
And collab? That didn't come as yet?
No, all these things. So let me tell you guys, there are a lot of music on the radio.
Yes.
Wow.
When you go on like YouTube, when you go Julian's promos, it is crazy the amount of music that is on the radio right now. You know, so it's really important for artists to kind of really be pushing their stuff.
Especially with the resurgence of Carnival, everybody.
That is why.
Exactly.
Out.
Yeah, that is why.
Speaking of Carnival, tell us what's new on what can we expect?
Oh yeah, so I got my Monday wear, girl. That's actually what I'm seeing about right now because the guy doing the editing, so he like been asking me questions. But I've done mass twice before. So I've done with Paparazzi, I've done with Ronnie and Caro. And they were 2 successful sections. The thing about it is, but so why don't do a section again? Why? Because it's real week, right? Like I give props to people who do mass because people feel it's just feathers and no, it's really a lot of work. It really is a lot of work, right? And so I said, you know what, I'll do something simple. I'll do the Monday wear, which is way easier and it doesn't entail the amount of work. And I have a load of people already messaging me. Like everybody is like, yeah. And I wanted something that I would be able to control. So I could afford to do this and still do and still do Carnival and that kind of thing. So
what's the name of it? Does Monday Wear have a name? Is it Little Bits Monday Wear?
Oh, so I did it in collaboration with my friend KSC Creations. So if you go on my social media, she and I tend to do I wouldn't say she and I do bathing suits together. She always gives me stuff to market for her. And I was like, girl, I remember it was Jam Naked. I had a see-through outfit.
That went viral.
Yeah, right? And I was I was like, yo, since we're doing all these things and people only talking about it, let we do something for Carnival.
Yeah.
And I sent her some ideas of some designs and she added her design and then after we were like, all right, cool, we're going with this. You know what I mean? So we have the Monday wear. It's going to be 3 colors. We have Amale, Kitoko, and Deo.
Break it down first.
Yeah.
All our African names, but powerful African names about being beautiful and that kind of thing. So for me it's about empowering.
So it's colorful.
What are the colors?
So Amale is very colorful, and then we have a black and gold. I love a black and gold, and we have black and green. Okay. So people have 3 choices and that kind of thing.
Green or
that kind of neon green vibe.
Okay,
so y'all can look out for it by the end of the week.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's how you keep so much of things on your plate.
I know.
You know.
People just be like me, how you just be doing all them things? I'll be like, I don't even know. You know,
Betsy, we want to thank you for being on the show. Before
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell the people how to reach you via your socials.
Yeah, everything is a little bit music from my Instagram to
music.
my
Official.
YouTube. Yeah, and guys, my Twitter is a little bit. And guys, please stream, download, add to your playlist the music, my music. Okay,
We will certainly be doing it here.
please put some money in my pocket. You know what I mean?
It's time to start playing soca. We gotta do a soca
Put
playlist.
some money in my pocket, not just my pocket, but honestly, streaming is what we call our retirement fund for artists because that's money that continues generating for years, right? So it's really important that Trinidadians, because outside, that's how it is there, everybody have an iTunes or a Spotify account. We don't have that here. We still kind of depend on the radio and YouTube and that kind of thing. YouTube is fine, radio is fine, but if you download and stream and add to playlist, it really helps the artist.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Well, that's it for Island Girl Spotlight. Little bit. Thank you for being here. Yes. Thank you for your patience. If only see her face, you just look at the time.
But we enjoyed.
Yes.
I wish you could do a spill. That would have been
we would. Yeah, sip and spill is a vibe, and I could tell it would have been good with her.
Oh, for real.
But oh gosh, you had to go. So guys, we are gonna take a quick break once more, and we will be back with Sip and Spill with just us. Right? Keep it locked to Island Girl Talk right here on O.U.R Radio.fm.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Never comes second to none. Watch your road where you're walking and go like free run. It's way easier said than done. From you wake up in the morning is a slippery tide. Trouble day up on your mind so you swiftly blood. Paralyzed from all the lies, now you feel stiffly sad. Can't afford to make an error through your distillate. You can't forget it. Dreams make you wake up early. I know you say you start to regret it, but what you gonna do about it? What can you do about it? Gonna do about it? Your weapon and you take him ghost. Looking right up on the corner and you start to boast. How you circle the men's and them like you thought. Now you look over your shoulder and you can't repose. Trouble there up on the mic and now him keep my post. Can't afford to lose your life, now I have to lose your soul. Me not live another minute through your distant code. All of a sudden you're not bad clip reload. You can't forget it. Dreams make you wake up early. And then you say you start to regret it. But what you gonna do about it? Never comes second to none. Watch your road where you're walking and go like free run. It's way easier said than done. From you wake up in the morning is a slippery tide. Trouble day up on your mind so you swiftly blood. Paralyzed from all the lies, now you feel simply sad. Can't afford to make an error through your distillate. You can't forget it. Dreams make you wake up early. And then you say you start to regret it. But what you gonna do about it? What can you do about it?
Let me show you what pattern and style does look like. It's okay to smile, cause I love it when I tough man. I was outside, way smooth like melodies. Long day, boy, you know I got the remedy. We go chill, but this ain't hand on Netflix. Leg twist, appendix, shift that way. Beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, gun turn them for beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, gun turn them for anywhere you wanna go. I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me, you know. Anywhere you wanna go. I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me, you know. Oh my. Scream and ball and beg for mercy all time. Empty a pistol, Mr. Soldier. Should I come here ready, but you know now. Yeah. Hey. Beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, gun turn them for beat it up, like a drum, like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, gun turn them for anywhere you wanna go. I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, can't see me, you know. Anywhere you wanna go. I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, can't see me, you know. Steam up to the roof, Sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this. Bet you never love good like this. Steam up to the roof. Sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this. Yeah. Beat it up like a drum, like a drum. Chill on real boring, fun. Good little gal gun turn them for. Beat it up like a drum, like a drum. Chill on real boring, fun. Good little gal gun turn them for. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me, you know. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, don't see me, you know. Steam up to the roof, sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this. Steam up to the roof, sink it in, let me tighten the noose. Bet you never love good like this.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Bitty, hey, where all my bad girl, Trini girl, bitch, and girl. If you know that you're hot, girl, and I see you raise your hand them up. Put your hand in the air now. So all your pretty Trini bitch and girl, I want you see you put your hand them up. I want to see all you represent. I want you. Let me see you walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up. Walk up, wine, girl. My boxy not selfish. This crop over, I can't help it. I stink and dirty and loose as though nobody tell me not to. My bam, me not selfish. This carnival, I can't help it. I stink and dirty and loose as though nobody tell me not to. Okay, and get on hard. All bringing us send them all. Barbados and Trinidad. Me and Motley and Carnival. Drink white talk and get on ball. Bunching from the sending mad. Barbados and Trinidad. Me and Rowley and Carnival. Walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, wide, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up, wide, 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 walk up, walk up, walk up.
Hey, cancel this show. Let me go on the road. Give me a big truck. Let us go on the road. This is Little
Yes,
Bit.
she'll go back to your walk up and why?
Oh, you hear the lyrics?
She make it go back to your previous
you hear the lyrics? I was twerking and singing. I think I get the bomb ding a little bit this now. Y'all, unfortunately, a little bit had to run on because as she said, she's a busy woman, but we definitely enjoyed having her on today. And just to give you guys her booking info, contact Isaac's Promotion at 350-2167. That's again Isaac's Promotion at 350-2167, or email isaacpromotion@gmail.com for every and anything relating to the superstar that is Little outfits.
Isaac's promotion.
Isaac's promotion.
Yes, with the S at the end. Nice.
Definitely follow her on her social media handle. Check out her new releases for 2023. Show the love for the ones that went, the classics that gone.
Yeah. Indeed.
Right? It was definitely but I was chilling with the one and only Lil Bit. Should I be out?
She's a
guess
bub.
for we sip and spill.
Yes. We wanted to do sip and spill with her, but she had to go. She had to go, guys. But that's all right. You still got us.
Yes.
And with that, we commence our sip and spill segment. Cheers!
I wanted to blame it on me being sick that I missed it, but these days I always missing it.
All right, guys. Oh, she looking nice in that video, boy. Yes. Next time we had to show it. All right, guys. Before, what we had to do before we start the sip and spill segment, we have these lovely scripts.
Yes, Chris, give it to us.
Here we go. Make every moment extraordinary with Caribbean Hard Cider. Try the all-new cocktail-inspired mimosa, the champagne-inspired brut, and don't forget rosé with the same refreshing taste you love. Caribbean Hard Cider. New look, new flavors, new taste experience. Experience the extraordinary with Caribbean. I love it.
They need you for the radio ad. Like, who's the radio ad? Because the radio ad is not Chris. So like,
please.
Come on, guys. We need to have a meeting with Andrew.
I have to take one of those speech classes
No, you
learn
don't.
accents.
We need to have another meeting with Andrew. And he got it wrong. Whoever he has on the radio is not Chris.
I love it. All right, I'm in that. We commence. Yes. 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 You get it, right?
Yeah, she got you.
At last.
Inside joke, Olia. We tipsy already? You halfway down already,
I'm tired.
All right, we're going to do 3 rounds. Who going first?
I'm piggybacking off it today.
You're piggybacking?
No, don't ask me anything.
All right.
What's your dream first date?
Oh, gosh. That is an easy question.
I know, right?
My dream first date? You ever see like them them candlelit palette thing? What it is like kind of picnic thing, but it's kind of something like that, and like a movie night, outdoors kind of.
Oh, that's
nice. Projector movie night with food. Must have food.
Of
Keyword.
course, we knew that. You didn't need to tell us that.
Yeah. But there's something kind of romantic and outdoorsy, and there's out of the ordinary.
Everybody had to answer this.
Nice. No, you don't have to. It was more for Neicy, but if you have one in mind, go ahead.
I want to hear Krystal.
I don't know, guys. Bad man don't talk what I'm saying. Okay, let me stop my stupidness. What is it? My most romantic dates?
Dream. Yeah.
Dream date?
A dream first date.
A dream first date.
Yeah.
I had a couple of really nice, interesting first dates where they actually went out their way to make it special, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Because then they'll know who I'm talking about.
Also, they get points on there.
They give them the satisfaction.
They get points on there. No, they get points.
Yeah. No, they knew they got points. It was really nice. But I've never really thought about anything like this. But I think anything with water, where water is nearby, whether it's on a boat or near a body of water, and the sunset. Right. Just give me that, and I good. You know?
I did that for my best friend for her birthday. I rented a jet ski and I organized wine and things. So we were just out up and along the
what area?
I like that.
Well, we actually went on the jet ski around Khayne because it was like a friend's own. And,
that's so nice.
He was
like, go ahead. Friend, right?
He was like, go ahead. He's like, you don't need to go right there. Go ahead. So we went straight down to
Shawna trying to do things with us for the longest while.
And they did this for what?
One of my best friends, yeah. and then after, when we were there, I was like, pull out the wine and stuff.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. All right. I have one. Okay, what am I going to do? What's the angriest you've ever been? And tell us what happened. Oh, man. So many.
Yeah, I've had some.
You don't know? I can't talk about that one, Chris. You know that one.
You do? I do?
Yeah, you talk about yours or Krystal?
I talk about my own, and I can't talk.
You can't just give us a.
You know that one.
I can't remember, girl. She can't talk about that. She can't talk about it. There. Neicy, what's your angriest moment? man.
She throw me off there.
Wait 1 second, sir. Guys, just excuse me for 1 second. Neicy, continue.
Yes. Yeah. All right. She go with that one, boy. Shawna really just woke up the set.
Shawna throw me off there.
Shawna woke up the sets. Well, guys, that's how it goes. What you're thinking still?
I think it's still.
I don't. Oh my God, an angriest moment, boy. I don't even want to talk about that. My temper is like, whoa. I don't want people to see that side of me. Neicy, have you ever been angry?
Yes, but it's funny that
Let me
nothing
see what the
coming to
people
surface
saying
now.
People in this maybe I should continue with the comments.
Yeah.
Right, where we left off. Right, Neicy was begging for some eager. Yeah. You know, whenever we go off course like that, here now, Shawna, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Neicy. Happy birthday to you.
No, you're not serious.
You should have picked up on something. Hey, Shawna, with the reading of the eyes, boy. I didn't even have to tell her the words.
Nah,
I just
so two things. One, I am happy, but Shawna, this is on me and you against Krystal.
Why it had to be against?
How all of a sudden you and Krystal but up against me?
So guys, Neicy celebrated her birthday on Sunday.
Yes.
Right? It didn't fall on a Wednesday like mine. You know, so we had to still make up. Do your dance now, Neicy? Neicy, I forget the candles, girl. Yeah, but calling Shawna. Shawna, you think you can get some candles anyway?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like it? Cookies and cream bite. Cookies and cream bite. We got
I'm not
mash
gonna
it
get
up.
emotional. Because I thought something was up with you just now.
Yeah.
Like, she okay? Do we need to cut a commercial?
Hear me. I want to Shawna read my eyes, boy. Yes, you did.
You know I did. Come on.
Yes, you did.
And that's how you celebrated my birthday too, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir. You're going to cry. Cry, Neicy. Cry, Neicy. Cry. Tears is money. Tears is money.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Guys,
it.
please wish Neicy a happy birthday in the chat rooms. Please. It was her birthday on Sunday. You understand? We're supposed to be doing something, but I ain't gonna pong you for that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna pong you.
Chris, come on. Where you doing? I'm coming now.
Neicy, what you want to do? Talk now, girl. Neicy's like, I just I went to church.
But I get some.
I went to church. Well, okay, we all like to go to church, but still.
Sunday
All
was
right.
a very quiet, reflective day.
I feel we should ask Neicy some.
Emotional.
We put Neicy in the hot box for sip and spill. Yeah.
Yes.
Just me and you.
Take it out of us.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Let me give it to she good at.
Okay, let me get
Are
my
you ready? Get them
I had a
bubbles
real
in.
nice one just now and you make me forget.
Oh gosh.
I'm glad that Shawna is okay. Because
Yeah.
I really thought something was wrong.
I was gonna fake I was thinking I go say I had a period about it. You hear me saying it earlier?
Like, do we need to cut a commercial or something? Because Shawna, that's left.
I was saying if to say that, but I was like, she wouldn't buy that. I was just in the budget.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
Oh gosh. Oh, you ready for her?
Yes,
You ready to make Neicy sweat?
No
Neicy.
cry questions because I will cry. My emotional
Ooh.
right now.
Chris, I had this one for you too, you know. But
Oh go ask it now. Ask
this
Neicy.
one is, what do you hate most about yourself?
Oh gosh, boy.
What do I hate
Intensity of the
most
question.
about myself?
What a
hate is
question.
a strong
Okay,
word.
well,
In this
dislike then if
season,
you don't like.
hate is a strong word. But
You can say dislike.
yeah,
if it
something
feels
that I
better.
dislike is ooh.
Neicy,
I'm very critical.
Okay.
really?
Yeah, like my attention to detail.
Oh, you mean in a healthy way?
No. It's both sides. Like I'm now training myself to make it healthy, but I'm very critical. Like
Right.
I'm
So you criticizing me all this time?
no, I'm in the season of like reworking it. But before, like I came from that cloth of perfectionism and stuff. So every little thing, like be critical, like real critical.
Yes, I understand.
So I'm not
Somebody,
reworking.
Marv Monty says, my angriest moment was when my first flex partner horned me with the new guy in the hood that I befriended. God. So she horned him with the friend, huh? That was a hell of a story. Oh, damn. My word. My word. My. We have my months. Yo, this is happy birthday, Neicy.
Thank you. My angriest moment, I can't go into it in too much detail, but I went through something recently and still going through something with my family. And that has been kind of like, it wasn't even angry at them. It was like me being angry at God because I still don't understand it. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, Oli, ready for this?
Yes.
I can't I can't tell Oli my angriest moment. He's my. I can tell you all the aftermath of one of my angriest moments. Punch the wall, make a hole in the door. Oh, Lord. Tear like down. You know the louvers too in your cupboard or whatever.
The glass.
No. It's like your wardrobe, but it's made of these small wooden.
Yes.
Wrap all of that down.
Okay, She-Hulk.
Punch walls.
Okay, She-Hulk.
Punch walls and punch a door and make a dent in the door.
And what
a big dent. Who cares? I wasn't feeling it.
What were you experiencing? It's like by yourself or was that
by myself?
People was around
after a phone call.
Wow. What was that phone call about? We will never know.
Yeah. Well, it's such an angry moment.
Okay, next question.
Don't watch my slide, you know, as small and petite thing. That's temper.
We don't.
That's temper. How sad when they say, we had to get turn into Hulk, had to get angry. Like and he's like, I'm always angry.
Hey, check me singing black, so I feel like Hulk.
You ain't answered. Oh, no, you can't answer that question, Sean. So
I already said, yeah.
Okay, talk to us. Who's next?
Okay, Neicy, you ever saw anything supernatural, like any ghosts or anything?
Ooh, that's a good
had any weird experiences with anything?
I haven't seen stuff, but I have experienced something. I went on TikTok. I come across a lot of people who say they experienced it. You all ever had like sleep paralysis where you feel like something's holding you down?
Yeah.
That happened to me. It was a freakiest thing ever.
Yeah, like I've had that experience where like I'm in middle of sleep and then I feel like something jumped on me and I can't move. Like I can't move my hands, my body. I can't speak. I just had to pray in my head.
Yeah.
And then it would just fade out. But then you would wake up and you wonder if you dream it or if it really happened. Yeah. That has been...
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean?
Okay, so don't say I'm weird, but I am weird.
No.
You are weird.
I am weird. I'm a creative, but let me say it. Don't say it. Good. Okay. So I remember this time where, I was praying and I was like, God, people, let's talk about all this.
You asked for it?
No, yes, that's the way.
You asked for the experience.
So everybody talks about all of this, they travel and you get this and that. And I was like, how come you give them those gifts?
I give you.
I am ready for that gift, right?
Okay.
There's me lying on the bed and I am in my room. So I lying on the bed and I'm watching up, and if you hear me praying, I say, all right, God, so we're doing this today. Time for me to experience some cool things. And in the dream, like, apparently I fell asleep, but I didn't know. So this is me, because I was up, right? At least I thought I was up. And I was like, all right, and 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know if I hypnotized myself. I don't know what's going on in my head. But from the time I said 1, that same thing happened where I'm no longer in control and I can't move. And my bed started to...
You asked for...
Your bed started to vibrate. But this could be in your head. Because when I read about it,
sleep paralysis,
you're already in the state of falling asleep.
You're invoking spirits, Miss Lady.
My bed started to shake up and sink. And then I'm like... Why am I not moving? I was like, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. But like I still can't move now. And it's like an earthquake. And like I was freaking out. And I was like, ah! And I eventually flew up. And I was like, yo, I tried to ring down people. You won't believe what just happened to me. Because it felt like I was going to travel and go somewhere.
Move.
Like
you can't
and the room is vibrating. Was I going to go somewhere?
Miss Lady, you cannot play with these things. You invite certain energies and spirits and they will show up.
I asked for it. No, I have no problem asking God to show me a sign that He's supernatural or something. But
I want to do something cool.
Only don't find God to show you enough just in this world.
But that is what I'm saying. So that kind of happened involuntary to me.
Right.
Like I was sleeping, and then To this day, I'm still trying to mentally figure out like what that was.
Yeah.
And then when I was like looking at videos on TikTok, because I like to find community around things I experience to understand it. And that's how I got the term sleep paralysis.
Yeah. That's what it was.
know?
Same thing. I went and researched. What the hell was that? Was I traveling somewhere? Kill me dead?
It taught me if it ever happened, start to pray. Even if you can't move your mouth.
I will tell Oli something after the show. This is not for the air.
Okay.
I will share something though. I've had experiences, and I am a literal person. I'm not a. If I have to guess if it happened, then it didn't happen.
Okay.
That's me. Right? There's always a logical explanation for everything. That's the vibe. I just move on. So I will hear a noise in the house. Most people be like, "What's that? What's that?" I'm like, "Okay, it's probably the cats on the roof." Or
you're trying to put two
yeah. So for me to think it's something
other than
spiritual or supernatural, it had to be dead in my face. And I'll tell all about that after the show. Yeah. I did experience something though, and this is why I think we humans are much more powerful than we think. You see this mind? You see this mind? Hi. So energy is the
She
big
like
thing
them
here.
old people, huh?
Yeah, it's talk like my grandmother.
Yeah.
Energy is the key here. Remember, I say that, right? A few years ago, you heard a little bit talk about Chasu in her interview, right? Chasu is a producer that we both know. I've worked with him for years back in the day. Yes. There's a time I had I had started a band with Chasu, my first band with him, and we had rehearsal. And prior to the rehearsal, me and my relative had a very heated argument, right? It was just such a horrible argument, and things were said and stuff, and I got to rehearsal. It was just me and Chasu. Chasu, if you ever watch this, tell me if you remember this day. And so I'm happy to tell it because I have a witness.
Okay.
Right? So I went there and he could have tell I was visibly upset. Well, you see, we went over 3 o'clock, but Shawna don't have to go nowhere, so we could
because Shawna be like, wrap it up.
Yeah. So I went and met Charles there. We were early. H2O Flo was coming, Marie was coming, And he's like, "What happened?" And I was crying and stuff, and I was telling him what happened and why I was so upset and what the argument was about. And at one point, we were in the band room. So the band room setup is really with the drums and stuff, the mics like these, and little red bench underneath 3 light bulbs. So I was sitting on the bench underneath the 3 light bulbs, and I was relaying it to him. And of course, I was getting myself all worked up again, reliving the argument. And at one point, I said to him, "This get me so effing angry!" Because I was really expressing myself to him. And as I said, the angry, the rage and stuff, guess what happened?
The light
bulbs went, psh! And all I felt was the glass falling on me. And I was like, my man, I was like, "No effing way."
All the light bulbs, the 3 of them or 1?
I don't even remember how many. I just remember the glass and the lights going off because I was like, I get so angry, and the lights, like TV thing, Neicy. I'm not lying. Call Charles on the phone now.
What was his reaction?
So here the thing, I waited now because I thinking, shit, there must be an explanation for this. Must be an explanation. You know what he said? He looked at the light bulb. He looked at me. He looked at the light bulb. He said, "Krystal, why is that one, boy?" And that's when I know I was not imagining anything.
Yeah.
So this day I have no explanation for you. No explanation. I'm not going to tell you what I feel it is. I'm not going to tell you that
just is.
I am telling you, we as human beings have a power that we have, untapped power. We have something here.
You ever felt that level of anger?
No, but what I do remember talking I was working at an insurance company once, and we had this teammate. She used to bring everyone water and tea in the morning, and everyone would go and talk to her on their break and in the kitchen, and I was there and I was bitching about the supervisor. She used to make everybody's life a living hell, and she kept looking up. We see these panel lights. She kept looking up. And she's like, "Krystal, why every time you come in here and you upset about something, that light always flickering?" She said, "This light don't ever flicker until you." And I had my favorite spot, which was in that corner. She said, "Every time you're in that corner and you upset about something, that light always flickering." And I was like, "Oh, Angie, please, you're talking nonsense." And I ignored it. But that's what she told me. One more thing. Stop it! Only make people think. One more thing. It's something called something called street light or street lamp interference, right? You could look it up on Google. For instance, I small, every time I pass underneath a street lamp, it always flickers off and then comes back on. When I drive in, it is too often to not notice. And my aunt told me that always happened to my mom. Right? I kept ignoring it for years. But you know when I was with my first boyfriend, right? Every time we drive in that driveway to his house, that lamp would come off. Until one day he gets so fed up. We probably like in our 5th year. So fed up. He says, why does every time we stop here that light just come off? And I said, what are you talking about? He's like, that lamp don't ever come off, but when you hear, it comes off. Whenever we pass, and I totally acted like I didn't know what he was talking about.
But you knew.
I just find it weird, but it have people that carry certain energy. I think there's an explanation.
Yeah, because
right?
I know they do like tests and stuff with electromagnetic and do different
right.
things. So it is real. It has been proven.
It had some long time show called That's Incredible, where they showed people, and one lady was this lady who could conduct energy throughout her
stuff like that. So
electricity throughout her body.
My dad said he looked at a guy who broke a ice block. So he just looked at it and he broke the block. So like you said, people have different gifts. Even like the gift in church where somebody have the gift of healing.
Of sight and healing. And
because I had random thing. I had like a back problem, and you know when the back problem runs down your leg because it is sciatica nerve. That was affecting my dance, and I can dance for weeks. I was in pain. Like I remember trying to come off the bed and it's in your kind of sideways thing. So I went to church, and apparently he's healed people. I not here no day. I cool you and pray for me.
Do it. Yeah.
So while he was praying, I started to feel warm, like heat running through my body. I swear, like I just feeling hot. And I was like, I'm feeling warm. I telling them that, I said, I'm feeling real warm. What's he doing here? Me, I just go continue close your eyes, pray, because you know me, I was making everything a joke. So when he finished, now he's like, how you feeling? I was like, well, I'm still feeling the pain, you know. I was still feeling the pain. And I went home, and I slept, and I woke up, and it was gone.
It never came back.
Never. It was gone. I came off my bed like, if you see me doing red,
ready to
extra things just to see if I'll feel a pull. That pain was too severe for it to be gone like that.
We need to have a whole topic about this.
I like this. Because I wouldn't say that I'm heavily into stuff like that, but I do believe in God. And
absolutely.
And once you have that level of belief, nothing is impossible. Even if you've never experienced it. When I hear people stuff, I can't look at you and say, you lie.
Yeah.
Because if we have God, we come from God. What do He give us the opportunity, the ability to do certain things? And then the powers that be over time tapped into this and to have us not have access to it, or the best way to control the people is to let them not know who they are. Right? And so that experience was crazy.
I think so. Here, this next one quick. So this is my dad's personal experience, right? So I like, Dad, you sure you tell me the truth, you're not trying to, you know, kids now. Like even when I saw an adult, I went back to him. I was like, Daddy, Mom, this story, I'm grown now. That was a true story. He was like, I swear it was a true story. So this is his story. He said when they were younger, they used to live, you know, those houses that would be slightly above the ground.
Yes.
Right? Because it bricks and the steps, and long time you use the bathroom, you go outside to the latrine and whatnot. So he said he, as a kid, just woke up like in the wee hours in the night because he needed to use the bathroom. So he exits the house, walking down to the little bathroom on the outside, and he ain't woof, woof, woof. So he looking around, woof, woof.
Shut up with the animation.
Woof, woof. He said when he turned around, under the house, a ball of fire was bouncing. Woof,
Sukunya boy.
Woof. And he's like, he started screaming, Mommy! And his mother wakes up and rushes outside, and he said the ball just woof, woof, and bounce off into the forest. And he explained and says, Mommy, what he saw. And she's like, come casual, she said, come inside, son. That is a sukunya, like if it's nothing. So,
that reminds
come
me of
inside,
something
son.
my
Come
mom
inside. That's a
said.
sukunya.
We want to know in the chat room, do you want Island Girl Talk to have a topic
on the supernatural?
And if so, we want you to call in and tell us all your personal experiences. We have to have that. You see, this and conspiracy theory.
We need to gather some people with these stories.
As well.
Indeed.
My mom told me as a little child, but I never took her out because it sounds so foreign. Like she said she was walking home late at night, like probably like as a teenager, like around 15, 16, around there. She walking home and she crossed, like the street is like them crossroads, and she said She said she saw a horse running and the horse had no head. Like she saw this horse that's cross the road.
Are you kidding?
She said she went to him and she tell him to this day nobody believes that is what she saw. And even when she told me it, I just
she saw it?
Yeah, she said she saw a headless horse running across this crossroad. I like, what's in the Hercules and Xena?
Death, you know.
You understand? And when she said it, I just like, I never took it on because I never seen it. I never hear nothing like that. I said, okay, mommy, well, if that is what you saw, that is what you saw. But I've heard people seeing things and experience stuff. I know I had like friends who used to wake up with marks on their skin and their grandparents would say like, Sukunya passed over the house or something like that. You know, it's a lot of superstition.
A lot of unexplained things too that goes on, but you know. All right, guys, this is really a super spell.
Yeah.
One more round for the road.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back with.
I asked already, so it's your turn now.
Oh gosh. Neicy, you don't have none?
Remember, I only receiving it.
So it comes down to, yes, Neicy on the receiving end. Hit you with our best shots.
I don't know.
You sure about that?
My question was so intense when I'm telling a whole story.
Right?
More than one. So, Chris, your turn.
I want to ask a choppity kind of one. Yeah. Okay. Would you commit suicide?
Does it?
If you know.
I'm going to be like, no. Like that.
Would you commit suicide if you knew that it would save the lives of 100 people?
No.
Would you?
Because I go into hell.
Would you commit suicide?
You don't care
okay, let me rephrase that. Would you sacrifice your life if you knew that it meant saving 100 people?
Yes.
Really?
I would sacrifice, but I wouldn't commit suicide.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because like...
Okay, let us make it a little more weird. Would you sacrifice your life if it meant jumping off at the edge of a jagged cliff? Feeling every bounce and feeling your bones breaking as you tumble down. If you knew that it would save 100 people?
No.
Would you do it if you knew that it would save 1,000 people?
No.
Would you do it if you knew it would save the world?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
Not 100, not 1,000, but
the world. Now we
okay,
now we on to something.
Would you do it if it would save 1 million people?
Yes. We still on to something.
I think I would do it, but I just don't want it to be painful.
That's my own thing. It would be painful.
Yeah, like I don't want it to be.
In that case,
I'll be dead. So
Jesus did it. Jesus did it.
So
in that case, I will jump head first. So I will hit my head first and don't feel nothing.
Imagine you jump head first, you get the trauma, and then you open it and you realize I am dead, and you are all this.
Oh my gosh! Well, then me and the world died.
That's a lot, but I know I would at least consider it. It wouldn't be an instant no.
It will be an instant no for me.
I would be like, okay, so the bigger picture is, and I will be like playing my head with it.
I can ask you another one. 100 and 1,000 people?
Yeah, it's 100 people.
Nah, I'll see y'all on the next side.
Can I ask one more morbid question?
Yeah.
Would
Navy
hold
must
on.
be tired.
Poor Navy. Oh shucks, poor Navy.
Navy.
Oh gosh, I don't know. It would have been like your city time, right?
Yes, Navy, feel free to tell us to take it down.
Okay, if you ended up in a coma for 10 years, still conscious but unable to communicate, would you want them to pull the plug?
Still conscious.
I told you it was going to be more.
Yeah, pull it. Pull.
So for real?
Pull the
then you'd be killing yourself.
So conscious to do what? Lie down for years and do nothing?
And can't communicate.
Yeah. You're in a coma, but you're conscious.
Therefore,
you can hear people. Well, your eyes closed, but you could hear.
Yes, a lot of comas are actually like that, but it's still a state of a vegetable, and I don't want to be a vegetable.
I have an interesting concept that I read recently about comas. Right? They said that there's a phenomenon that goes around that with people who wake up from comas, right? And when they wake up, everybody acting all, oh my God, you finally woke up. We knew you would come back. And they were like, what the hell do you mean? I've been living my life. Like where? Where have you been living your life? Yeah, that's what I mean, like different frequencies and time and space, time travel and that kind of thing.
You ever watch Manifest?
With the plane, right?
That's real
So
crazy.
I'm like, what if that's the case? Like you in a coma, right? Everybody think you in La La Land. This time you married with children and some other
we need a show on conspiracy.
some alternate universe or whatever. Guys, hold on.
It's 3:30. I think we need to go.
Okay, let's end with Firewill's question. He said, "Would you do it? What would you do it if it would save someone you loved? Would you commit? Would you jump off the edge of a cliff if you knew it would save someone you love? Yes,
that's possible. Yeah.
Yes,
Is
without
that
a doubt.
under the same context of committing suicide?
No.
Like sacrificing
or like
your life.
Risk, so like if somebody drunk, something, I would risk myself to go save
Yeah,
them.
so someone I love,
So that is like a sacrifice. You're not entirely going out to kill yourself, but if you happen to, you're willing to take the
I wouldn't
risk.
think about it. Someone I love, I would just
Do it.
can't, I'm not a good swimmer. I
just
will
want
jump
to
in that water.
Just to,
yeah. Yes.
I was actually thinking about that the other day.
And one more, Shawna, for Neicy.
No more.
No more?
It is 3:30.
And with that, we're up. What is wrong with us today? We rap, sip, and spill. It was a weird, quickie one. It fits in for Neicy. Yes, on her birthday. Show that cake one more time, then, boy. Show that cake.
And it's chocolate. All I've seen is chocolate.
Cookies and cream. We gonna mash it up, boy. Guys,
Sean, it's not from the same place, right?
OMG, it certainly is not.
I made it very clear to Chris. We will
So,
talk about that
with
after.
that, we are going to go to a quick commercial and come back with the lovely Neicy with the Empowerment Minutes.
I retired, I retired. I'm ready to retire.
You ready, then?
My phone on 1%.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
The lovely Neicy.
Maybe let us know, right?
And welcome back to Island Girl Talk. This is where I come in.
Yeah, Navy cracking up.
It's an easy place and set the pace. With what, ladies?
The Empowerment Minute.
Woos.
Yes.
Any lights flickering? No.
Oh my God. That's because I'm not angry.
Today was one for the books. This is definitely a 40th episode.
Today was like a anything goes, a hot mess Wednesday. I don't know what to call it.
And the year
It was
recap.
fun.
Yes.
Today was a lot. And with that, let me pull a quote out of thin air because we can't get into the quote I wanted to get into.
Yes.
Go with the flow. Be present. Enjoy life. And know that there's something to appreciate in every moment if you just take the time to look. Now, don't ask me to repeat that because I don't know what I just said.
We know. Go with the flow. Live life.
Enjoy life.
Be present.
Be present and know that there is something to appreciate in every moment.
Very
Once you
well.
take the time to look.
With snaps. Top of the head quote from Neicy World Boy.
I get wiser on my birthday. So.
Yeah. And my own is next.
Yes. For real.
What we gonna do is short boy.
But we can't surprise you with cake because we done that.
Let's get cake.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
You get cake from
how we got surprise her then? She
It don't need to be a surprise. I need to see cake.
We can act like we forget.
I'm like,
all right, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. Oh my
Listen,
goodness,
this is the longest.
bro.
This is
3 hours
plus.
3 hours plus. Yes, thanks for sticking with us, the people who still here. We know you all definitely love us. You're still watching.
Congratulations to our winners.
Absolutely.
Dennis and Jay.
Yes, who won the giveaways today. Well deserved. They always call in. I find it's fitting to give it to them in any case.
Yeah.
And big up Lil Bits, who was so nice to pass by today and patient. And join the conversation and waited and all that jazz. Thank you so very much. Guys, join us next week, Wednesday from 12. Part 2, boy? I don't know.
No.
You think we should already part 2 one time?
Too soon.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
But that's a conspiracy theory thing. So you're like, I'll take them.
Or the supernatural.
It might be nice for male to talk those kind of things, though. Males are good. Men are good storytellers.
We will talk the things. So, guys, join us next week from 12:30 p.m., hopefully, 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Right here on Island Girl Talk on O.U.R radio.fm.
And special thanks to Navy for holding down the fort and still holding down the fort.
Big up you.
And he wants to go home, so guys, we gotta go.
Island Girl Talk, where women are free to simply be unapologetically.
Keep it
classy. Bye, guys.
Time for cake.
Where we music? Maybe take me on with some music, but
Mine ain't go down like a scrub in the floor until my waist can't find no more. Cock up my foot on the people they call. Oh Lord, come let we go now. I wanna pull up my cup, put a drink. Come let we organize.